Damn it. If you make the connection, you're my best friend for life now.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Majestic Presents. Today, we have a special treat for you. We are playing Honey Heist. We are once again streaming here on the Twitch channel, which is www.twitch.tv/TheMajesticGaming, GAMIN, no G. Which will be uploaded to the YouTube as well, The Majestic, all one word, which you can find just by searching that, and it's the very first channel to show up. Today, the special treat that we have for you is our very first one-shot or RPG hosted by one of our incredible role players that we've had. So I am going to go ahead and hand it on over to Rachel, let her introduce everything, and say hello and how the game works. Rachel?
Oh, sorry, you kind of like froze for a second. So
Sorry.
I'm like, is the honor or whatever. Hello, everyone. I'm Rachel, and this is my first time DMing ever. So this is either going to go great or it's going to be clunky, but either way, it should be fun if everybody's having fun.
Oh shit, I don't have any dice.
No, I have some. I have some for you. It's okay. You need a piece of paper though. But
damn it.
okay. But today we are playing Honey Heist. It is an RPG, let me look, made by Grant H. His full last name is in another photo, but we'll probably put it in a description later. It's just a one-page RPG, and it's really, really simple. And I'm going to start out by saying, oh gosh. Let's introduce our players. Today we have Brandon, who is usually Jax in our regular D&D game. We have Austin, who is usually our GM. And we have Rebecca, who is our new part-time member, Nafara?
Close enough.
Nafara, yeah. In our D&D campaign. And those are our players for today. And I'm going to start out with the rules, because I'm not sure if everyone knows how to play or doesn't know the rules verbatim. So
I do not.
All right. I'll start out with, it's HoneyCon 2018. You're going to undertake the greatest heist the world has ever seen. 2 things. 1, you have a complex plan that requires precise timing. 2, you are a goddamn bear. Now, you start out the game by rolling 3 things. We've already rolled out all of them, and they will be revealed when we start the game. But you roll out your descriptor, your bear type, and your role. Now, no one, except for maybe Austin, knows what their roles are. And usually it's 1 roll per person. But since we have exactly 3 players and 6 roles, I decided to give everyone 2 roles they will find out during the game.
Oh no.
You can also name your bear, which everyone has done. And then we go to stats. You have 2 stats, bear and criminal. Both stats start at 3. So everybody write on your papers, criminal, bear, and then write the number 3 underneath that. Use bear to maul stuff, run and climb, shrug off damage, scare people, and generally do bear stuff.
The word 3 or the number 3?
The number 3.
Oh, damn it.
You use the criminal stat to do anything not directly related to being a bear. So if it doesn't have anything to do with being a bear, it's under criminal. Actions. When you act and the outcome is in doubt, or you roll a d6. So if I say roll a d6 for bear or for criminal, that's what you would do. For under the relevant stat, so in this case, if it's equal to or under the number 3, but if it's over that stat, you fail. However, if you're using your bear species skill, an example, a sun bear senses honey, then that you would roll 2d6. And if something is covered by your roll, i.e. if you're the face, the thief, the hacker, things like that, you would also roll 2d6 and take the lower.
Okay.
And then I think there's one more thing. Nope, everything else is DM related. So, those are the basic rules of Honey Heist.
Does look right.
No, you would put criminal off to the side because those numbers will change.
God damn it.
Oh no! We just lost Brandon for a second.
We lost Brandon!
Give me your. I don't have an eraser.
Oh goodness.
I'll just to be sure. Oh, okay. I was gonna send him the link
He's
again.
back. He's back.
My bad.
Hello.
So
Did you accidentally...
So I do it.
Were you trying to mute your mic and you dropped the call?
I literally touched the mouse and it was over the end call button. And
No!
Alright, so I do it like this.
And then there's the yes. And then
I love your mug.
oh, thanks.
okay. Bear 3 and then criminals also 3. Could you start out with that?
I don't. I'm not here tonight. I'm sorry.
And there are also 2 other things. Sometimes your points will go wonky, and you want to return to a lower score for each. The points shift around, so if you succeed in, say, criminal, you would have a 4 in criminal and a 2 in bear. So that's how the point system works. You just shift points over from each attribute.
So either you're a better bear or a better criminal.
Yes. When you... Let me see. When your plan fails, i.e. if something fails, you put a point into bear, from criminal to bear. But if a plan goes off without a hitch, you put a point from bear into criminal. So say you want to steal someone's purse, hypothetically. If it succeeds, then you would put a point in criminal and take one out of bear. And there are 2 outcomes, because you don't want to have too many points in either. You will either turn into an evil mastermind and turn on the party, if you have too many points in criminal. Or if you have all your points in bear, you go feral.
Ooh.
But there is a way to back into either or. To get more points back into bear, you can eat honey. And I have specifically set up places where you can actually find honey, or that you can sneak some honey away. And certain serving portions, depending on what thing you eat that's made of honey. More points into criminal, you can have a flashback scene in which you and the other bears plan out the heist over coffee and cigarettes in the back room of a seedy bar. So pretty much just have a criminal, like...
Memory.
Yeah, pretty much. Just to yeah, no, I'm a criminal. I'm not just a bear.
That one time when we stole like a honey flavored candy from a baby. That was a good time.
Things like that, yeah.
So I do have one question. Does it switch over every time that you make a check? So like every time I try and intimidate someone with bearness, it and succeed, then it takes a point away from criminal every single time?
Let me double check. I think it really only matters if you're doing something for criminal in that sense. Like, it's mostly more points go back into bear if you do something, like if something fails.
Oh, okay.
Because you get frustrated.
Yeah.
You're mad and
And then go feral.
you aren't as composed as a criminal.
Ah.
Sorry if that wasn't a little bit more clear.
So you only shift around points if you fail at something.
Gotcha.
No, if you succeed or if you fail. But I'll
Succeed
tell you
as
which
criminal,
ones.
or fail
Okay.
as criminal.
I'm slow. You need to help me.
No, it's all right. And if anybody has any questions during the game of where to move points, I can just tell you where to move the points.
Okay.
All right. So does everybody understand the basic rules, or is there anything other questions?
I think I'm good here.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Cool.
I think I'm okay. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
So then, we'll start. The three of you are sitting in a restaurant. In the back table, a nice booth. It's dimly lit and it's been rented out by the owners. Another bear walks in. A grizzly bear. He has a small trunk with him and a clipboard. He walks over and sits in the chair while the three of you sit in the round of the booth. Stop moving things. I got stuck. This is professional, y'all.
And we can speak with him, right? He's a bear, so.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, you
okay.
can speak with him.
Because we can't.
Oh,
speak
and
with him.
another thing. So yeah, you can make human-ish noises that kind of sound like human speech that might be able to pass.
Okay.
Maybe.
So like, I love you, like that when the dog.
Like that.
I love
Yeah,
you.
but more growly. Some of your bears. But
I'm gonna
Kinda
kill
like that.
you. That's what they actually hear when you're just trying to say, I love you.
alright.
Alright.
The grizzly bear sits down.
I never seen trunk on bear before. Mostly on elephant, I say.
Nah. That's real cute.
I am Panda.
So you've been,
I do cute.
and that's why we hire you. As you know, you're all here because you owe a debt to the Grizzoli family. You are under unemployment, and as such, you have been assigned on a task. A task to retrieve not one but two things for the Grizzoli family. Do any of you comprehend that?
Bimbo comprehends.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the grizzly bear looks at his clipboard. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you what you're gonna do because if you didn't have me to tell you, you would be lost. Okay. I have a Snowy.
That would be me.
Snowy, would you describe yourself, please?
What parts do I describe myself?
Say what bear you are. And kind of your demeanor.
Okay, I just gotta say, it took me a minute to realize that with the accent, I was thinking, okay, badger, okay, and then I forgot
Oh, you
polar
look like
bear.
badger.
You're doing a Russian accent as a polar bear, and I love it so much. I love
Yep.
it.
Hello, my name is Snowy.
Novi?
Snowy, yes. Snowy, like snow on mountaintop.
It's
Oh.
spelled Snowy, but she pronounces it funny.
No, I do not.
Like double V.
Yeah.
No, it is Y.
It is why what?
He's slow, isn't he?
I
Well,
am
he is
not
a panda.
slow. I am Bimpo. Bimpo.
Describe your demeanor so I can move on. We can sit in this restaurant all day, y'all. That'd be great.
Bimpo likes to eat bamboo here. I agree with this. Oh wait, why did I just do Russian? Ah! Dang it, I'm gonna get so
It
confused.
is very
with this.
contagious,
It
comrade.
is
You're
very
secretly,
contagious, yeah.
you're secretly KG Bear? No?
You have been sitting on
My
that
Asian
one for a long
comrade,
time, no?
We will get together. We will get
You
together.
are KG Bear.
Yes, I am Snubby. I owe the Grizzlies. I can't say an Italian name. I don't know what to say about myself.
Oh. I'll just say her descriptor. Her
Just
descriptor
descriptor.
is unhinged.
Oh, you wanted me to say the scripture? You kept saying something else.
Yes, that's what I meant, sorry. Alright. Yeah, that's Snowy. Alright, the next one we got is a Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the name's Philip Seymour Hoffman. You gotta call me Philip Seymour Hoffman. I don't like Philip, I don't like Seymour, and I don't like Hoffman. It's Philip Seymour Hoffman. If you call me Philip, I'm gonna have to cut you.
Yes, as you can see, he is a gosh darn it!
My plan is working.
As you can see, he's a pretty ferocious honey badger. But he's also really old, and we had to bring him out of retirement. I'm sorry, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah.
But he's a good guy. He's a square. Not a square. That means you're lame. He's a right upstanding mobster. Okay. He's an upstanding mobster.
Upstander.
Now I guess we'll go up to you, Bimpo.
Ah, I am Bimpo, son of Bim Ying and grandson of Bim Yao. Secret. My father, Bim Ying, was an expert thief. Another secret. My grandfather, Bim Yao, stole art.
And we found you in the back of a broke down taxi cab, but that's no thing. All right.
Bimpo
Cutting to the
do
chase.
what he does to survive. Bimpo come here to make his way in honey.
Yeah. All right. So the three of you squares, except for Philip Seymour Hoffman,
No,
because
not
unlike
squares.
you, I
That
trust
means
you.
we are lame. Not square.
Did you just call me Boxy?
Yes.
It is better than
I cannot
being
take
round
offense.
like Bimpo, as Bimpo begins to roll around on his stomach like a panda.
By the way.
You could still do that if you
That's
wanted
true. All right. There's a thing called HoneyCon coming up. In fact, it's not just coming up, it's today.
Ah,
And there are a couple things at HoneyCon that we want you to get.
bamboo.
I am
No.
confused. I am very confused. Is honey con? Yes. What is con? Are we getting honey? Or are we? Is con?
My mistake, my Russian friend. Con stands for convention.
No. This is not what con stands for. Con is con.
Like pro
No.
and con. Yin and yang.
In this
No,
situation,
that's not it either, panda person. No.
He's still rolling too. Just around on his stomach and side to side.
In this situation of the complexity of the English language, con is an abbreviation for convention. I keep mixing this accent. Anyway, at HoneyCon, they are having a honey contest. 3 of the city's top honey providers are each putting a pot on the line to see who wins. They also have a few other things as prizes and things like that they brought forth in our
Bamboo.
offering up, but we want the honey. And one more thing. The winner of the honey contest gets the queen bee. The queen of all queen bees. Whoever has her makes the best honey in the world. And that, my friends, is the second thing of the two things that we are to get.
Bimpo shall get it and bring great honor to the Bim dynasty.
All right. But there is a problem. This convention, mostly humans go to it. They don't really like bears that much, or at least some of them. Some like us, some don't. Some are indifferent, but we deal how we deal. Now, I have a new in my trunk. Some disguises. And I need each of you to roll a d8, please.
Okay. 3.
Also 3.
Alrighty.
Oh.
All right.
Do me and Brandon re-roll?
No, it's fine, because I'll just have 2 of the same hat. Because I don't actually have physical hats that I can give people, and you can roll more than 1 hat, so.
Fair.
Well, no, if you roll an 8, you get to roll twice and you get 2 hats. But no one rolled an 8.
I've been waiting
Alright.
2 weeks to get a hat.
Real quick, before I forget, what are your character names again?
We
Oh.
have
Let me.
Snowy, the polar bear,
Snowy, yep.
Philip Seymour Hoffman,
That's it. Okay.
So,
You really couldn't remember my name.
I know. The moment
don't
I
have to take
heard
notes
them, I
'cause I can just
remembered,
tell you.
but
I made a
Oh.
big deal about my name.
you did.
All right.
You really did.
So out of his trunk, the bear you have not asked the name of yet pulls out a top hat for Snowy
I'm a very classy bear.
and pulls out 2 bowler hats for Philip Seymour Hoffman and Bimpo, which actually is pretty funny that you got a bowler hat.
A bowler. An
I-
English bowler.
No, I'm a James Bond
Oh,
villain,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
Oh, that too.
all right. Now that you have your disguises, based on your skill sets and personalities, I have provided which roles you'll be doing. And since we're understaffed and I had to scrape the bottom for you guys, except for you, Philip Seymour Hoffman, I had to take you out of retirement because we needed you badly because you are awesome.
Of course.
I will now read off the rules. Because of your expertise as a thief and your knowledge in critical thinking, Snowy, you are the brains and the thief of this operation.
And that is why I have top hat, yes?
That is exactly why you have the top hat.
I am the classy bear.
You are very classy. You're a classy Russian lady. Now, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Mhm.
We know you are ferocious. We know you are charismatic. In that way, you are now the face and the muscle of this operation. I know from first-hand experience, if someone needs to get slashed to pieces, you slash them to pieces. And if they need to get knocked out, you wham! Right in the kisser.
A tiny badger and I'm the muscle.
Yeah, it's great.
Also a frail old man because I'm retired.
Yep. Now, Bimbo,
Yes.
this goes back to when I found you in a taxi cab. You are also very skilled at driving, which is odd because you were a bear.
Driving gives me money. Money to buy them food.
Yes, and you're also surprisingly good at computers as well. So for this operation, you are our hacker and our driver. You are to get these two, and from the convention center in one piece. It is your job.
Ooh, Convention Center. One piece.
Yes, and we are also offering up one of our best vans that can fit 3 bears in it. It is your job to make sure that thing comes back to me, or I have to look up his name again. Yeah.
Grammar is important. Me or I is the question.
Sorry, I had to look up his name, but I was gonna make a threat. Or I, Charlie the Chopper, will personally chop you. Because I love this van. It's like my daughter to me. I love this car.
I have a question.
Yes.
Since I am Brains, why are you giving Panda van? Pandas aren't very good drivers.
This panda exceeds stereotypes. He's actually a very talented taxi driver. Which is perfect for when you need to get away from a heist. Because taxi drivers, they take no shit. They don't really abide by the laws of the road. They just do.
Yes.
Is that true, Panda? You are ruthless.
Yes.
You're ruthless
It is
behind
true,
wheel of car.
Snowy. Listen to Charlie the Copper. It is true.
I ain't no copper. I'm a chopper.
Charlie the Copper.
You know what? Just go. Just get out. And Charlie hands you the address, Bimbo, which is... I have to look through my notes. Which is 1720 Honeybrook Road. And I'll say roll a drive check.
1720 Honeybrook Road.
Yeah, it's not really important. I just named the street.
So, low is good, high is bad, right?
Yes. So you roll it twice because you're the driver.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I rolled a 6. So, second.
Both times?
Nope,
Oh, okay.
but we'll see. 3.
3? Alright, so you successfully drive to the convention center and have your choice to park in 2 lots. There's a lot to the right, and there's a lot to the left. Which one would you like?
Bimbo goes to the lot on the left. Because Bimbo
Right.
drives on left side of road.
We're in America right now, correct?
Yes.
It
Oh,
was one
do any of
crazy
us
drive.
drive-
We're in Honeybrook, America. Why?
Then why are everyone else... Panda drive on right side of the road, why are everyone else driving on the wrong side?
He's a good driver. Sorry, I was starting in the accent still, but this is a DM question. Yes, he parked in the left lot.
Yes.
I need to make note of that. Okay. Alright. And there's a front door, as most convention centers have. And is one of the only entrances. So, would you like to walk through the front door?
Bimbo.
You are disguised.
I think the brains of the operation should probably say something now. Is there any other entrances?
No, this is the only
Bimbo shall
entrance that
walk
isn't,
through the door.
like, that doesn't have an alarm on it. Like, there are emergency exits, but that's the only entrance that's not an emergency exit.
Then I guess we're going through the front door. So Bimpo's already inside, I assume, slowly but surely.
Yeah, when you said that you thought that the brains of the operation should say something, Bimbo intruded himself and said that. Bimbo will walk through the front door. And
I will remember this insubordination, Panda. You were in my favor, now you not so much.
Oh, by the way,
I do
Austin,
not
put a
pander
point
to
from,
anyone.
I'll let this be a freebie. I just needed to know if you could actually drive to the convention center.
Okay. Well, with the
And not,
6,
like,
it looked
cause a
pretty
wreck
bad.
or cause a scene. It would have been if you had gotten higher than that, you would have caused a scene and you would have been noticed on the way there, but you weren't noticed.
I'm surprised.
All right. You rolled a 6
was-
at first. I'm just like,
yeah.
oh.
Yeah, I was a panda driving on
Distances
the
are
wrong
very
side of the road, eating bamboo.
Yeah.
Wearing
All right.
a bowler hat. I love it.
So,
much.
all 3 of you have walked into the convention center, correct?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
you walk in. And the first thing you see is on your left, there are 4 tables, or 4 booths rather, set up a good space in between each other so each one can have its own sizable crowd. And to your right, there is a big stage with rows of folded chairs laid out. And another thing you notice when you walk in is that this place is kind of shabby. It is not the best convention center, but it's probably the only one HoneyCon could afford, as that is a very niche community.
Snowy looks around and says, "This is the most lavish convention center I've ever been in! How could they afford such a wonderful place?"
I see no bamboo.
This is America. I don't think they have bamboo here.
That is incorrect. I've been eating bamboo for a long time here.
I think you just brought that from home.
Bimbo just takes some out of like a pouch of his side, but it's just might be folded up fur, and he just starts munching on bamboo.
My
Alright.
suspicions are confirmed.
Alright, what would you all like to do first?
Is there anything like distinct about the tables?
They're all their own different companies. And on the main stage, you see someone kind of setting up a microphone about to give a speech.
So what do you guys want to do?
Bimbo walks over to a person setting up one of the tables.
No, the table's already set up. So you would be walking to one of the
Stands.
Set up booths.
Yes.
setup booths.
Bimbo.
Which one would you like to go to? The first one that you see? That would be the first booth, because they're all lined up as,
Bimbo has no idea what they are selling, correct? Because Bimbo is a bear.
yeah, you can't read it, but,
I was afraid.
by the look of it, you can see what they're selling.
Ah. What are they selling at first booth?
It appears that they have, an older woman,
For sale.
with a little tray.
I will buy the old woman as pet.
No, there's an elderly woman holding out or setting up a little like tray on a cake stand that has little spoons with honey in them. And there's also an elderly gentleman behind the counter.
Bimbo approaches.
Forms of beeswax. There are blocks of beeswax. There are beeswax candles. There is some cosmetics made from beeswax that they just have sprawled on the table.
Bimbo walks up. Bimbo
What?
looks at Honey.
Hello, little. Well, not really little. I'm sorry. I didn't. What can I do for you?
Where is Queen Bee?
I'm sorry. I couldn't quite understand you.
Where
Could
is
you-
Queen Bee? No. Where is the Queen Bee and Bamboo?
Herschel? Yes, Evelyn? I don't... This young, rotund gentleman, I can't seem to understand him. Sir, would you like a honey sample?
I was just gonna say this too. As she's talking, he begins sniffing at the honey. And as she turns around to ask, he's already licking some up out of the thing. Out of one of the little sample
Okay, I
things.
actually need to know how... Hold on. Yeah, I need to know how many of them you eat.
Only one.
Only one?
Yeah.
Alright, it whets your appetite a little bit.
He's just licking up out the little tray, but like it's still in her
They're
hand.
also on little wooden spoons, just to be cute.
Oh.
Did you eat the wooden spoon too?
At this point, he licked it up, and the wooden spoon is sticking out of his mouth a bit, and he just begins to munch on it, like with the panda sideways chew, like they do the bamboo.
Yeah, because I mean, wooden spoons look a lot like Pandu. I mean,
Yeah.
Pandu, bamboo.
I wasn't gonna mention
Yo,
anything else. If you would just walk by, I was just gonna go with it. But yeah.
All right, and as you're chewing on this spoon, this tiny little portion-sized spoon,
It does not fill Bimpo.
no, it doesn't. But you hear a loud reverb coming from the stage. Oh goodness gosh, sorry. Hello everyone. This is all coming out through the many speakers that are surrounding the stage. Maybe not as many as would be appropriate, but the room is kind of empty enough where it echoes. Hello everyone. Welcome to HoneyCon 2018. I'm taking over from my sister, who has run the convention for the past 10 years. So I may be a different looking face. My name is Sid Lorton. My sister, Sally Lorton, has run the convention for years. I already said that. Sorry. I'm new to this, but with all of your help, I can make this convention a success and everyone have a good time. As you can see, we have lovely booths selling their wares, honey and bee related, of course. And we also have, and he points to his right towards the back wall, or towards, which is the right wall, but to his back. And we have a couple of interesting groups gathering for workshops and just community of sorts. We'll have a couple of beekeepers come up for the main stage in a few moments to demonstrate how to put on the appropriate gear. And the other events are listed on the lovely marquees surrounding everything. Have a good HoneyCon! And then he kind of just like slowly slinks off the stage.
Bimpo.
As bears, did we understand anything?
Yes, you can all understand human.
Okay,
You just
just
can't
making
speak
sure.
or read it.
Sweet.
Good to know.
Actually, to the best of his ability, I guess he would take his paws and sort of do like this, and he just continues eating, but he claps and just looks around.
And a few other people are clapping. I mean, there are about 50 people sitting in the space, so mostly filling out the chairs that were there for the opening speech. And then they all kind of disperse and look around, and I actually have to make sure of something. Oh. All right.
Quick question. Did I get a point into bear when I ate that honey?
No. There wasn't quite enough honey
Okay.
to get you to a point in bear.
And how did the
I actually have portion sizes for all this stuff.
That's perfect. How did she react? Is she like just
She was
standing
very-
there?
Yes, she's very confused, but she's kind of, as more people have come around, she's kind of helping a few more of the people who are
Human.
yeah, some of the more human customers just some of the human customers just kind of like giving them samples, talking about her lovely beeswax related products. And the other three booths to her left are also picking up business. The one at the very, very far end is animatedly talking, speaking loudly. They don't really have any wares to sell, but they are generating a bit of a crowd.
What are the two in between? The one that he was at and then the animated guy. What are they selling?
Well, would you like to walk up to one and take a look?
Yeah. I'll walk up to the second booth.
All right.
As she does that, Bimpo also just walks around like to other aisles and things like that and just starts looking for bamboo wherever you can see it.
Philip Seymour Hoffman goes down to the crowded one and is looking to see what's going on.
Sure,
Alright.
that's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, Bimpo has wandered off from the rest of the group though. He's just like looking to see if he sees anything.
All right.
He's just looking
Well,
at
it's
chairs.
a very, very small main room.
Oh, is it?
So literally the only thing is the main stage and the chairs that along with it, and then the 4 tables.
So
It's not a very good convention center, but you are still looking hard. So
Yep.
I say roll. Go ahead and roll 2d6 to look for bamboo.
2 4s.
2 4s.
Yep.
All right. You don't
Oh,
really see anything that looks like bamboo.
Bimbo does have his eye on chair though.
The leg kind of looks like bamboo, but it's a bit too metallic. You don't think you could chew through it very easily.
Bimbo contemplates while everyone else does their searches. He's just standing there thinking about
He's
the
in
whole
deep
time.
meditation.
Yeah. Deep concentration, deep wonder.
All right. So you go to the booth next to.
Yeah, Snowy was trying to reel back Bimpo, but then he walked away, so she's like, oh, I might as well check out what this other thing is.
All right. So you go up to the table, and you see all manner of confectionery items. There are honey cupcakes, honey cakes, honey candy. But most importantly, in the centerpiece of the whole thing is some honey taffy. And behind the booth, you see a really large, well-built, well, as large, I say, really tall, really muscular man. Crossed arms in a chef's uniform. And he's looking around, just nodding, seeing all the people, answering a few questions here and there, and also saying, I have sample of honey taffy. You try, yes? You try? And he just, a lot of people are kind of scared of him because he's kind of intimidating looking. But some people are buying a few things. Would you like to do anything, Snowy? You know exactly who I'm parodying.
I know exactly you're parodying, but in character, Snowy just takes a small step back, looks down at the taffy, looks back up at the man, gestures a little claw over to where the taffy is, and kind of looks inquisitively towards the salesperson.
Ah, you shy? You want try taffy? Here, have taffy.
Let's take the taffy. She doesn't eat it, she kind of just puts it close to her heart and then just kind of walks over to the next booth.
Okay.
It has been a very long time since I have seen someone from home country, and
He sees you go off and he says, enjoy both taffy, enjoy.
It has been a long time since I've seen someone from home country. He reminds me of Trainer back in Russian Zoo.
All right, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
A little blush comes on her fur. Just a little blush.
Oh gosh. All right, Philip Seymour Hoffman. You go to. Okay, I don't want to get you back. You go to the last booth, and there is a man. His hair is dreaded, and he is wearing a bandana across his forehead.
Oh god.
He has on bell bottoms. A brown vest and a tie-dye shirt. He's also wearing sandals. And he is loudly going on to anybody who will listen. Save the bees, man! Join the Save the Bees Foundation! We need to keep them safe! Keep them from going extinct! Save the bees! And he just keeps going on spouting very similar phrases.
Well, I walk right past that guy because I don't want to hear none of that.
The curmudgeonly old man doesn't want to hear the hippie. What a surprise.
Alright, do you take a look around? Because, so as you walk past, if you look to, are you looking, just kind of looking from side to side?
Yep, just scoping things out.
Alright, you see like an opening in the wall for a hallway, and by it says Hall A. You look forward, and to the left, you see an emergency exit. In front of you, you see the men's washroom. A little further right beside that, you see the women's washroom. Another emergency exit, and you turn and all the way to the right, and you see something called Hall B. And in front of Hall B, there is a marquee that you cannot read because you are too far away, and you are a bear.
Right. Okay. But there wasn't one in front of Hall A?
No, there wasn't a marquee in front of Hall A.
Okay. I go and round up the rest of the gang.
All right.
Snowy's in front of the third booth.
The third booth. That is another place
Da-da.
that is also selling honey taffy.
Oh no.
Oh, hold on, let me see if I got that right, because I might have gotten something wrong with the samples. My bad, I'm sorry. Bo had pop cake samples, not taffy.
I took the pop cake. It's
Okay.
still.
Did you
it's
only
still
take
close.
one?
Yeah, it's still close to my heart. I didn't
Okay.
need it.
Did you say... Oh, you didn't eat it. Okay.
No, it's.
Sorry. This one is giving out taffy samples. My mistake. It's this woman with this exceedingly large... Have any of you seen, like, an old Black Baptist woman when she's at church? Like, those type of hats they wear?
Yes.
She's wearing one of those.
Oh
Okay.
my.
And she has on pearls. And is in a very pretty dress. But she's kind of young, surprisingly. Most of you have seen older women wear this type of garb on Sunday mornings, but this woman is, like, pantyhose and heels and everything.
Oh my
And
god.
she's just looking around and saying, "Everyone, come please try my taffy. It's the best in the county." And she's just straight posture, just looking around, having people try her taffy.
Like, how is she passing out taffy samples? Or are they like in a bowl or something?
She has taffy samples in a bowl, but she is very animated with whoever comes up to her booth.
I'm gonna use my thievery to steal one of the taffy samples so I don't have to talk to her.
All right. Roll for thief.
As you do that, Bimpo's
Oh.
concentration
Damn it.
slightly shifts as he's like, he decides he will not try and eat the chair. And he's ready to move his concentration back to the group, but as he turns, the confectioner's table catches his eye, and in particular those cake pops, and he continues to stare at those now.
They are on sticks that look awful like bamboo.
Oh.
Ooh. Not just that, they're cake. Bimpo
They are cake.
is
They are
just
cake.
staring them down now. Alright.
With Snowy, you're very sneaky in that moment, and the very, very bubbly woman does notice you.
God damn it.
Oh, well, hey there, sugar. Would you like some of my homemade taffy? Family recipe.
Snowy stares down the woman, not breaking eye contact at all, picks up a little tiny piece of taffy, and then just steps back and just turns away.
Oh, well, have a good day. And then she's just not fazed by it. She just
Snowy it is a little courtesy wave, goodbye,
Bye, sugar.
but walks straight back to the other person's table.
Both.
Yep.
And there you see Bimpo staring at the booth.
Snowy's gonna gently nudge Bimpo to the side a little bit.
Bimpo just like slides. Like, it doesn't even look like his feet like move at all, and you don't know if they did, but he's moved, but he's just standing there staring at these. How many cake pops are there?
I say on the tray right now there are 9.
9.
And Snowy still has her cake pop close to her heart.
Oh.
Snowy's gonna extend the hand that has the taffy in it. And then the best she's gonna do, she's gonna try and say, "The best." but in Russian, so that but the Russian word for that, so that the guy understands it, because she's considerate like that.
Bimpo finds
Roll
this
for
very
criminal.
confusing.
You only roll 1.
This is so interesting that Bimpo finds it confusing, and it actually catches his attention. He sort of looks up over at her, looks down at the cake pops, looks up over at her, and as she's trying to talk to the guy, Bimpo's gonna try and pocket every single one of those cake pops into
Okay.
his like
Fur.
Yeah.
Okay, roll 1d6 for criminal.
1d6. All right. 1.
You're not. You feel it in your blood, the blood of master criminal masterminds, master thieves, and you focus and channel that. And Bo is too distracted by trying to understand Snowy, who rolled a 5.
I've rolled straight 5s this entire game.
He can't quite. He's trying to figure out what she's saying. You now have 9 cake pops. Write that down.
Yeah. Does my criminal move any?
Yeah, move 1 into criminal.
Cool.
What happened with my situation?
Oh, write down that you have a cake pop.
Oh yeah.
And as for
Bimpo
you,
slightly walks away and begins to eat one of the cake pops, though. So yeah,
okay, how many do you eat?
1 right now.
Okay.
He'll just probably continually munch on them until it's gone, and then take out another. Most likely. He just slowly eats.
Well,
but
let me know when
he
you
doesn't
eat them, because
shove
they're all
everything in your
worth.
mouth. Yep, I will.
Oh,
there
You
we
do realize you could go full bear, dude. You can't go full bear by eating the cake pops. Show
So
some
far,
restraint.
you've eaten 3/4 of a serving of honey.
Ah. Good to know.
Show some restraint, Panda.
He's
Bo,
a panda. He's just
he's-
continuing to
he's-
slowly eat.
He's a stress eater.
He's
stressy. Snowy, Bo is trying to understand you, and he's like, I'm sorry, I do not understand. What do you want?
She kind of just gestures her paw a little bit more towards him with the little taffy in it.
Do you want me to eat taffy?
Nod. Big nod. Almost top hat falling off now, so her paw kind of goes like meh on the top of her top hat as she does the big nod.
Well, I would love some, but lady of Let's Come Honey, she already give me taffy, and also her taffy is one of the prizes for the honey contest. I know I'm going to win, so I'm going to save my appetite.
Her paw slowly closes shut with the taffy in it. She gently takes the cake pop and puts it back, and then she just walks away. Very dejected. She got her heart broken.
A human who cannot understand her. Philip Seymour Hoffman, are you trying to rally the troops?
Yes, I am.
All right.
You find Bimpo halfway done with the cake pop. Just munching. You don't see him actually take a bite from it, but occasionally you'll just see pieces missing and him chewing.
I want to rally both of them up, bop them both in the head, because I keep.
You're gonna have to grow a couple
Yeah,
feet.
I was gonna say.
Well, I'm gonna jump up, you know.
Bimpo uses kung fu.
Well, to be fair, he is the muscle, so he can probably do it.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
There's a ladybug inside the lamp now.
There is.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I'm sorry, that was random.
No, there's a ladybug crawling inside of a vase-like lamp
No,
that we
you're
have.
painting a
How come
picture.
Every
I
Thursday night
see
we
a
play
light
games,
there,
a
though.
ladybug gets in our house.
It's good luck. It's for good luck.
That,
Damn.
and I noticed too, the moment you said it, that was like, that's at least the second time. There must have been at least.
This is
three,
a-
maybe.
I think it's happened like every single time we've played on a Thursday or Friday.
Really?
It's just random ladybugs.
Yeah.
Random ladybugs. Oh my gosh.
Miraculous. Sorry. Simply the best. All right, Philip Seymour Hoffman, reining it in. You bop them both on the head.
I do.
Snowy feels no pain. Broken heart distracting enough.
Bimpo is just standing there, but as you go to bop him on the head, I want to see if he just deflects this.
Zach,
All right.
Would
I'd
I-
say roll bear.
would I roll anything?
How many?
I would say roll. I would say roll bear to hit because you have carnage as a honey badger.
Yep.
And Bimpo, roll bear, just straight roll.
Straight one die. 1.
Also 1.
Oh, oh shit. What happened?
What should have hit? The honey badger swings to bop him on the head with a jump. And what should hit, Bimpo dodges.
Hmm.
But then you bring your hand back and you smack him in the.
Dude. That's some real mafia shit right there.
So you do get bopped in the face, but you dodge the first bop.
Bimpo
Like a pro
did not
Bimpo.
see second coming.
I just glare at him like,
Whatever you say, Philip. Let us go.
Whoa. I said it earlier, no one calls me Philip. I'm about to fucking lose it.
I see more Hoffman.
I like extend my
You see
fucking
more
claws and I
Hoffman.
want to slash this dude across the face, teach him a lesson.
I'm gonna try and
How we do
All
it.
right,
gonna
do
try and catch his hand.
roll 2 for bear. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna try and catch his hand.
All right, roll
Straight bear.
yeah, roll straight bear, and you roll 2 dice as bear.
Oh, 2?
No, you roll 1.
1! Look at
You
this.
roll. You roll a. Is that the first roll or the second one?
That was the second roll. Ah, crap.
No, you only roll once.
Ah, crap. That first
Yeah,
one.
because it's a
Dang it.
straight bear roll because you're in melee with a bear, and Philip Seymour Hoffman gets to roll twice because he has both carnage and he has the muscle. So
Yeah, I
either
do.
way, he gets to roll. What did you get?
I got it too.
And what did you get on your first roll, Bimpo?
3.
3. You don't catch it. You almost catch it, but no, he scratches you.
I almost catch it, but I'm also very focused on my cake pop. Like, I don't find this too threatening, and I'm really focused.
Wow.
I mean, it hurts. It hurts.
Yeah,
Nope.
it better hurt.
Yeah.
Alright.
Panda. Philip Seymour Hoffman. Hoffman. You two do realize we are in public, yes. You cannot be doing this.
Okay, Philip Seymour Hoffman's the only one doing his job here. You guys are running around just fucking eating all the honey and shit. We gotta go find this stuff, otherwise we're gonna die. You realize that? I came out of retirement for this. I'm too old, you know. Badgers only have a lifespan of 24 years. I'm 23. I could die any minute now. We gotta go.
Oh, if we were so
Bimpo walks
lucky.
up to the side of Philip Seymour Hoffman and takes out his second cake pop and begins to eat that one.
All right, you put 1 point into bear.
Yep. So, quick question then. The cake pops are quarter then?
Cake pops are half, and the honey sample you had earlier from Lavender Hills Farm, which is what the elderly couple's farm's name was, they were worth 1/4 a serving of honey.
Okay. So, I'm at 1 1/4 then. I'm at quarter again, I mean. Okay.
I would just say that was just a straight up 1 serving because you had it in intervals. So it would just be 1 straight up serving. So you're
Back
you
to
had them
three.
close together, but they were in intervals.
Right. Where do we go now?
I want to attempt to take as many of the pops that Bo has on him.
All right,
Everyone's
roll
trying to-
straight criminal, just 1 die.
Bo
Everyone's
only
trying to
has
steal
1.
shit, not agree.
Bimpo has 7 more. Bo or Bimpo?
Yeah.
Aren't
Did
you
you say
Bimpo?
I'm Bimpo.
Yeah, he
Who
said Bim.
Bo. Bo was
I
the
thought it
guy
was-
who sold them.
So confusing.
They were from Bo's Bakery, so that is technically right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
So you're taking the one from Bo. Okay, good to know.
No, Bimpo. Bimpo.
Oh, you should
The
have said my name
douchebag
right.
over here that keeps pissing me off.
You should have said my name right. Like, yeah.
What do you mean? You called me Philip. Told you not to call me Philip. And then you called me Hoffman.
And then he said Seymour Hoffman. I don't
Yeah.
Seymour Hoffman. There is only one Philip Seymour
I
Hoffman. There's
know.
not.
I was gonna
more
make that
Hoffmans.
joke too later.
I do not see.
What does Hoffman see more of? No, what does Philip see more of?
Hoffmans.
Yeah.
Y'all are both good to death with y'all. Alright, roll a straight die to see if you can steal it.
I rolled a 3.
Bimpo is determined. Do I only have one or do I have two? Or none?
Of which one?
I'm gonna try and move out the way. I don't want him to take my
But I'm slow, and he has said several times that he's not paying attention to anything but the pop that he is currently eating. So he is distracted.
No.
Boom.
Other
Distracted.
than the pops. The cake pops that I'm eating. Not the one single one.
Nope. You can't just add an
Not the
S
one.
on the end of it.
I will say, Brandon rolls straight criminal, and Austin rolls straight bear just for awareness.
Well, I got
So
a
you
One.
roll a 3.
One.
Nobody's gonna just walk as they're doing this bullshit man stuff. She's gonna walk
Alright.
towards like where the marquee is.
You would have succeeded if he hadn't been so intent on keeping his cake pops. He just wants his cake pops so badly.
He does.
And Snow, you said you were going where?
To the marquee. And,
Which one?
the one near Hall B.
All
I
right.
haven't even had a chance to tell you guys about it yet. Whatever.
Well, she's tall enough to look around and see the damn marquee. She's not a bad.
I'm sorry, Brandon.
You can't read it per se, but you can see that there are 4 different sections on it that have 4 different descriptions.
Which one can I tell is like the longest, like has the most letters in it? And out of character question, just for the DM, are they like specific timed events or are they things? Going
No,
on
they're
at
just
once?
things that are just going on in the room.
Okay.
One of the spaces doesn't look like there's anything in it, but you can't tell which room because you can't read it.
Mhm.
There's 2 that have, all 3 of them that do have something there though, have really long titles. You can't really. They're all about the same length.
Mm.
And the one that doesn't have anything in it just kind of has to the side 2 words that you can't really understand. But
Like-
it doesn't look like an event room. It just looks like an empty room that has a title to it.
Snowy's gonna think for a minute and think the simple way is usually best way. I go for 2.
You go for what?
The one with the 2 words. I go for 2.
Okay.
She's equating 2 words to the room being number 2.
Well, you don't know which room it is because they all have the 2 squiggly things, but the 2 different squiggly things. There's the writing squiggly things, and there's the squiggly things that are sometimes on clocks.
Mm.
I want to get the attention of like a human that's kind of like near that area. Give them like real sad puppy dog eyes and like try and get them to follow me over there. Since I
How
can't
about
talk,
better
I gotta
yet?
use-
Is there anyone near the marquee that I'm standing there?
Actually, the person now running the convention is next to the marquee, just kind of trying to help anybody he can, and he's like, I think I know the answer to that. Let me check, and he takes out a thing, and he goes, yes, that's over there. Have a good day. He is like he's a mess. He just wants to please people. He just wants this to go well, but he's also not as skilled as his sister per se in running a convention based on honey.
Okay, I still go up to somebody, hopefully Sid, and I want to try and lure them over there.
Right, you go
he's
up to
right
Sid,
next to the thing,
he's
isn't
like,
he?
Hello, sir. Having a good time?
I give him like real sad eyes because I can't really talk, and I just like
That's not a good thing to give him.
point in that direction and like wave my hand for him to follow.
Oh, sir, are you not having a good time?
Just I wave again, but like more frantically, and start walking in that direction.
Which direction are you walking to?
I want to go up to like the board that we can't read.
Well, he's standing next to the board.
Oh, he's still over
Yeah,
there.
that's why Snowy was going to tap him on the shoulder slightly with her paw
Right.
and just point to the words that she doesn't know, and then shrug.
But Philip Seymour Hoffman's going to try and get this guy to read the whole sign. So I'm going to like squint at it to like indicate I don't know what it says. And like to the best I can, say read.
I say, as the face of the operation, trying to use your face, roll criminal. And you would roll 2 dice.
2.
2? Yeah, he's like, oh! And put move a point from bear to criminal. Because you succeeded.
Mhm.
You have a curiosity to the wondrous events that we are holding at HoneyCon 2018. In room. Oh, let me get my notes. Oh God. Oh wait, no, they're there. They're there on the marquee. Silly me. In room 1B. It's just our cloak room. It's just it's just where you put your coats if you have one. I just thought it would be a good idea, like if someone wanted to put a box or something.
Snowy
like
clears her
that.
throat very menacingly. To kind of get him on.
In another room, we have a lovely service, a website, a local one, called Dating for Beekeepers. They're having a little mixer in room 1A. In room 1C, they have a candle making course. The people from the lovely Lavender Hills Farm, some of their best workers are working on a workshop to show you how to make candles. And then he kind of squints at you and he says, in room 1D, the anti-bear group is there. I kind of invited them just so they could be a part of it, because it's not a very large group. There aren't many people there, but they've had some trouble with bears stealing some of their products, and they kind of like to rally together here at HoneyCon 2018. Bears are fine, I guess. I don't know. So what do you think about bears? Are they good or bad or
Snowy gives a big fat thumbs up. Double thumbs up.
Bear lovers, I see we should probably stay clear of room 1D. But yes, those are the lovely events we have here at HoneyCon.
Okay, I give him a smile and a thumbs up.
No, thank you, sir.
Excuse me, crafty badger.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Panda?
Bimpo was standing where Philip Seymour Hoffman left from. The two of them were standing side by side. Then he went over, talked to that guy by the board, and now he is making his way over to room 1A.
Well, you don't exactly know which room 1A is.
Oh,
you go into the
he didn't
hall.
point to any of these when he said them?
No, he was just
Gotcha.
describing the events.
Gotcha.
Well,
You walk to the front, and there's a door on your left, a door on your right,
I go... Oh,
and then there's another door to further down to the right and further down to the left. Which one would you like to go into?
Can I use deductive reasoning
either
to figure
the
out?
one on the right or left.
The first
will go
ones?
on the one left again. Yeah, the first ones.
All right. The first one on the left, you open, and it's kind of a dark room. There isn't much lighting, and there are a couple of cloaks around. It's the cloakroom.
Bimpo's gonna search around and also begin eating some of the coats.
Eating the coats?
Yep.
Do they look like bamboo?
He's hungry still?
You probably won't be able to eat them because they don't look like bamboo.
Oh, really? Okay.
As a panda, your skill is that you eat anything that looks like bamboo.
Oh, wow. Then I start to eat the, are the coat racks made of wood?
No, they're made of metal.
I go across the street to the beekeeper mixer.
Which room do you go to? The one across from the cloakroom?
Yep.
Yep, that one is exactly as it says. It's a group of people just kind of chatting to each other, eating and drinking a few things, water and some of the cake pops from Bo's Bakery. And they're just kind of talking around, and they kind of look at you and say, "Oh, welcome. Are you here for the mixer?"
Bimbo is here for mixer.
They just hear because you weren't fighting off like a human.
Yep.
Oh Lord, he's drunk.
Bimbo just nods and holds stomach.
As the brains of the operation, can I roll to see, like, what I think is the best room to go into? Or the most productive room to go into?
As this is all happening, what appears to be a security guard starts walking through the hall and opening up the rooms just to make things okay. He opens up the cloakroom first and shuts it. He kind of looks at the honey badger and the polar bear very suspiciously.
I just want to like go like this, like just like put my hand over my face and look down, not make eye contact.
You having a good time, sir?
Mm-hmm.
All right. He kind of just like opens up another room, closes it, opens up another room, closes it. All right. And then he walks back out the hall.
Can I please roll?
What are you rolling for?
As the brains of the operation, can I determine which room would probably be the most productive towards our end goal to go into?
Yes.
Please don't be fives.
Oh, you got a 3. You kind of think that none of these rooms would probably have prizes in them.
And not anything that would go towards getting the prizes?
Probably not. Unless you wanted candles.
I go into the mixer room falling after the panda.
Another person! Welcome!
Before she came in, like after they had greeted him and said, "Oh, he's drunk," Bimpo went ahead and opened his mouth somewhat scary wide and went, "Ah," just like to indicate that he's hungry.
Well, before you can partake in any of our confectionery items brought to us by the wonderful Bo's Bakery, we need to see your hold on.
Snowy hears the name of the man who broke her heart and kind of just looks really sad.
We need to see your login for dating for beekeepers. It is only a mixer for those of us who are on the website.
Of course.
But if you like, you can sign up now with your email address, first and last name, things like that, and we can get you signed up for our lovely, lovely dating website. And then you can have some food.
Up to Bimpo?
No, she kind of motions to the side where there's a laptop.
The laptop. Is it open?
To the hacker.
That's true! That's true! I totally forgot about that. Oh my god,
laptop
thank you.
is open.
The laptop is open. Bimpo's gonna try and hack his way and make it look like he's actually typing something / putting something in, or to the best of his ability, write Bimpo on there.
All right, sir. We'll just put down your information, and I'll be with you once you're done. And then she kind of walks off and starts talking to another person.
Oh my god, I totally forgot about this. Okay, what do I do?
Well, what do you want to do?
I would like to. I don't know. how much ability do I have as a bear hacker? Like, can I create a website?
Depends on what you want. What?
Do I have an email?
I mean, as a hacker, you probably would.
I have a bear email.
Well, obviously, so the Grizzlies can get in contact with you because having a cell phone on a bear is just it's
Very
not the
true.
best thing. It gets sticky with the honey and.
I'm gonna try and create an account then. Just my email, my name, and sign up. It's free, right?
Yeah, it's free.
Cool.
Roll for hacker to see if you can actually spell everything correctly.
1 or 4, or 1 or 2. Sorry, I'm looking at die that say 1 and 4.
Oh, you rolled 2 dice. You rolled 2 dice.
2. Come on. If I ever needed a 1, they're both 4s. God damn it.
You're kind of struggling with the keys.
Yeah.
I mean, you're an experienced hacker, but you usually use a larger keyboard than a laptop.
Mhm.
And you're kind of struggling with the keys, and your claw is like slipping a little bit. And it's kind of not quite spelling your name correctly. And your email address is kind of off, so it won't really work. It has to be a valid email address.
I tried to motion to the lady who helped me out, like that I'm too drunk and I can't like write down, but I want to see if I can get her to understand the gist of what I was trying to put in.
Hello, sir. Do you need any help?
As I hold up like.
A little bit? All right. Well, what do you need help with, sir?
And I'm gonna try my best to point to certain keys. Because, and show her just that my keys are so, or my hands, my paw is like so big on the keyboard. I'm gonna try and motion her to certain keys to type in my email address successfully.
I'm gonna have you roll criminal to convince this woman.
Okay, 1,
Yeah, just 1d6.
4.
She just can't understand you. She's going, sir, do you need help? Should I call you a ride, or
And I
seem
start
intoxicated?
mashing keys.
Should I call you a ride, a cab? You should probably sleep this off. It is like only about 10 in the morning. I mean,
Water? I'm just gonna try and say water. Water.
water? Yes, we have water. You can sober up. And she kind of leads you. She leads you to a far corner so you're out of the way.
Cool. Is there any tables of food in this far corner? Anywhere near?
No, they're all to the left wall, and she's bringing you towards the right corner that's on the wall of the door, near the water cooler. And she kind of gives you some water, and she's like, here's some water. You try and sober up, sir, okay? You shouldn't be intoxicated this early in the morning. My uncle, he went to an AA meeting. He goes there regularly. I can give you the street address for the building if you need it.
It's just...
All right, sir. Well, once you finish your water, enjoy the rest of the convention, okay? And she goes off.
Snowy's gonna try and input an email address into the...
Hello,
Okay.
ma'am. Would you like to sign up?
Snowy nods yes.
All right. Well, here you go.
Roll a d6.
No.
Damn
You
it.
take a pointed bear.
God damn it.
She rolled a 6.
That's...
And
oh.
you accidentally break this woman's laptop. Oh my stars!
At least Bimbo wasn't that drunk.
Snowy's gonna cover her face in embarrassment and do...
That's oh dear. Hold on. I need to go get someone real quick. And she kind of goes off out of the hall, and she goes to let me see. All right. No, yeah. She goes out the hall, and she kind of go towards Hall B. She starts going towards Hall B.
The
we're in
moment
Hall
she
B.
walks out of the room,
No,
Bimbo's gonna
Oh
try
no, wait,
and
no. She goes towards Hall. No, she goes towards Hall A. My mistake.
Bimbo's gonna try and go over to the food table and sneak food the moment she does that.
Well, she's not the only representative there, so you would have to
Bimbo
roll a
doesn't-
criminal.
Yeah, yeah, sure. For sure.
Roll 1 criminal.
But Bimpo would not know at all that she was not the only one. 4. And he's probably gonna get caught.
Yeah, you walk, another guy goes, hello, sir, have you signed up for our email system? I think my, friend, Agatha was just, helping you with that. Were you able to sign up?
Bimpo's gonna squat down on the floor like a bear and give the best pouty face he can. Just sad panda.
I would say take a point in Bear, because you failed a couple times
Yeah, sure.
to try and get this food.
Yeah.
What are you at now?
4 and 2.
Ooh, you're getting a little close. Wait, are you sure you're at 4 and 2?
Yep. Because at the very
'Cause you
beginning
made
I
that
took
honey.
a point in criminal. Yeah. At the very beginning I moved a point over to criminal when you had me steal all the cake pops.
So that's it. Yes, sorry.
Yeah. No worries.
Just keep me updated with that because I might forget. All right. Sir, from what I can gather, you seem intoxicated. All right, and the same man you saw earlier come down the hall, she's now dragging the woman Agatha is dragging him into the room, and she's saying, I didn't know who to get. But should I don't know what the situation, should I take this woman's number or something? She broke my laptop. And it's the security guard. Sir, she
He sees a bawling panda woman just crying on
You
the
mean a
floor.
polar bear?
Polar
Yeah.
bear, sorry.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the other
Yeah,
the
both
other
of
bear.
them, yeah.
well,
It's a polar
they
bear and
might
a
just
panda
be
in the
having a
same
bad
room. What
day,
else do you
ma'am.
got?
What, she broke my laptop? Well, you did have it open to the public for use. It was technically open to the public. So, well, and he kind of scratches his head. So I think it's your own fault for letting the public use your laptop, ma'am. Oh, well, okay,
Snowy stops crying for a second, kind of wiping away some bear tears. And she still has that taffy in hand and just shyly hands it to the lady as like a I'm sorry gift.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. It's okay. We have this laptop was about to die anyway. All right. But I need to ask you and your other friend over there to leave. We only have members of our website here, and now we can't sign any new members up. Ha!
Snowy nods curtly and looks over at Panda, the panda bear.
Yeah. Before that, was there nobody sitting at any of these tables who took pity on the sad panda sitting on the floor?
No one.
No one.
There was no one at the entire thing.
They were all too busy mingling.
He's an adorable
Damn.
little panda. Well, not little.
Yeah, not little. Philip Seymour Hoffman, what have you been doing?
Well, I want to walk back out to like the main floor,
All right.
and
And
I
then you see the security guard being brought in, and then he's just like kind of walking back.
all right,
And
Wanna go up?
He is actually going towards he's taking a quick look back down in the other rooms, and then he's going back down hall B.
okay. I want to go up to the one table that has taffy,
Well, hello, sugar.
and I just nod at her and put my hand out because I want some taffy,
Oh, well, here you go.
and I just
It's
eat
my
it.
homemade. Alrighty. You have 1/4 of a serving of honey.
Okay, I need 3 more taffies.
Did you just keep holding your hand out?
Yep.
Oh, well, my stars. Well, here you go, little guy.
I smile and take it and eat it. Hold out my hand again.
Oh, I have a new fan. All right, here you go, sweetheart. And she gives you 2 more.
Nice. I eat those and just walk away.
Oh, well, don't forget to tell your parents that I make the best taffy in town. Because the honey badger and a bowler hat.
The old man badger was mistaken for small child. That is funny.
Alright, and do you walk back to Hall A? Where your two friends have been ceremoniously kicked out?
I thought they were Hall B.
I mean,
Hall
Hall
B.
B. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I keep mixing them up.
Well, I want to take a quick look around.
So I guess you
Are
could
there
say-
any like locked doors or anything, or like?
In the main hall, there aren't any locked doors.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll go back and round them up.
Real quick though.
Alright.
What I guess you could say is that you're gonna Hall A to Hall B, huh? I had to.
Hey.
Alright. So now we are all together once again?
Yep, you're all standing in the middle of Hall B.
And now it's a coin flip in between which door is the people who hate us and which door is candles.
Candles was number
Well-
4, right?
Candles was 1C.
1C? Bim
Yeah.
knows that candles is on the left.
Can I use my brains to make sure he's right? I don't trust him after the whole laptop fiasco.
If you want to, yeah.
You're the one who broke it! Like, what did
You got
Bim
two
do?
ones. You know that the left door is most definitely not the beekeeper's door. The door to the left is not. You have a sinking suspicion that it goes A, B, C, D.
Wait. how does it-
AC,
One side.
AC on the right, B, D on the left. You have a sinking suspicion that's how this pattern goes. So the
So-
door on the left,
Yeah. No,
So-
but the door on the left was, the first door on the left was, the coat
The
room,
cloak
which
room.
was A.
so that one was B.
The very first one you told us about was, the coat room, and then you told
Which
us
was
about
B.
the mixer.
I
She
didn't
told us
say which
about
room they were in order.
Oh,
I didn't
gotcha,
say the room in
gotcha.
order.
I
She-
was going based on the suspicion that, gotcha.
But the only one
No.
who knows this pattern at the moment is Snowy. Would you like to
True.
relay this to the group?
True.
Which door? Which for sure have I deducted is the door to the people who hate bears?
They are the second door on the left.
Second door on the left.
Yes.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, I have mission for you. You see door left all the way down there?
Mm-hmm.
I believe that is where they keep candles. If we could get candles, light them, melt wax, we could maybe make a messy distraction enough for people to pay attention to that while we steal honey.
Just
I am
like
brains, that is
Bimbo
what I think.
said. Yes. As Bimbo begins to head then to the door on the left, since you confirmed it.
Can you
have
open the door?
Have I convinced Philip Seymour Hoffman to go for it?
Well, as an experienced,
Oh, you certainly convinced
Oh,
Bimbo.
dude.
How persuasive am I?
I know.
That would be a point. Yeah, you would have to roll straight criminal.
Oh,
You've been hit
I rolled a
by-
1.
You've been struck
Yeah,
by
you
a
convinced them.
smooth criminal.
I convinced them both.
Whoa. I don't get anything. I'm very experienced. I've been around a lot of people.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1, and also you're the more or less the charisma of the group. I mean, you could
Right.
roll to see. Well, no, charisma wouldn't have anything to do with
it.
She
Bimbo is
convinces
totally
you.
convinced, yeah.
Wow.
And Bimbo opens up the door.
I have the ability to
You
make
open
a
up the
man
door?
read for me based off of facial features, but I can't. Wow.
All right. They're just kind of like talking. Actively, there's a group of 3 people in a in a circle, or just kind of like a little huddled group. They're just kind of talking, like kind of animatedly with their hands, and they kind of seem like you can't really. They're kind of just like
Robber.
yeah, kind of like that.
Oh, so now we went into the candle room, by the way. She's actually going through with her plan and getting candles while the other two are distracting
Bimbo
the
sees
threat.
people in here. He's...
Yeah, they don't notice you right now, though.
Yeah, Bimbo walks out of the way then of the door because he knows that one of them had people in it, and one of them had candles, and
The candle room had people.
Yeah, the candle room had people. It was a
Did it?
workshop.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a candle
it's a
workshop.
Oh.
I
He's like-
say roll criminal to see if you can tell if this is a candle workshop. Just roll straight
One.
criminal. You know that this is not the candle workshop,
I see no candles.
and
Imposed. Disappointed.
you
See no
don't.
candles.
they still don't notice you.
Yeah, he ducks out to the side then, and as he turns his back to the wall, he sees the door open across the way, I'm guessing.
Yeah, she's going in through that door now.
Oh, I'm already in there.
Oh, you already in
The
there?
second he was like walking toward that, I'm like beeline.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I figured. That's why I asked if it was still open or not. Did you close it behind you?
Yeah.
And you haven't closed the door
sorry.
yet. The
Oh,
door's
okay.
still open,
Okay.
and they still don't notice you in the hall.
So I quickly head over there then.
Are you gonna close the door?
Philip Seymour Hoffman's still inside.
Wait, I'm
he's
inside.
Still Seymour, you're still inside the bear hating group.
Yep.
Room?
I didn't.
I closed
I
the
didn't think
door.
I went in there with him because I thought
Okay,
he
you're
was
still
peeking
in
his
the
head
hall.
in.
All right. Are you closing the door behind your friend who has not closed the door?
Yep.
You closing the door?
Yeah.
They notice the door closed, but they don't quite see you.
Cool.
They just see someone close the door, and they just assume it was the wrong room, and they
And
just
see
start
someone
rambling
just
again.
standing there. Okay. All right.
All right. So you, Bimpo, and Philip Seymour Hoffman are in the hall. Do you want to go to the room
Oh,
across?
he is in the hall. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, he never went in the room.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, definitely head across.
All right. Then you
Wow.
go into.
Philip Seymour Hoffman does not go across. Philip Seymour
All right.
Hoffman is very pissed off that he has been duped and picked on for his name. So Philip Seymour Hoffman
I didn't
goes
do
to Hall A and ditches these motherfuckers.
To
All
be
right, you're
fair, I thought that you were
frustrated.
on the
Take
other
a
side,
point in
but
Bear.
technically my character didn't do anything against you except for call you the wrong name.
Right.
That's a very, very strong offense against him. Philip Seymour Hoffman, go ahead and take a point in Bear because you are frustrated and angry.
Nice.
So where are you at?
Me? Oh, I'm like heading out of the
Yeah.
room, going towards like Hall A.
Oh no, I mean points wise.
4 through
Oh,
2.
4-2. 4 in Bear, 2 in Criminal.
All right. So you're in the candle room. They're just kind of just instructing people on how to make candles. There's nothing really
Bimpo
exciting
begins to
going
eat
on.
pop.
You want to eat a cake pop? Okay. Just chew on that. So
He's
that's
making-
that's a half a serving of honey.
He's making room in his pouch to sneak candles into there.
All
I
right.
guess as a thief, I'll try and sneak some candles.
Well, no one's actually finished a candle yet. There are a few at the front of the room.
Are there any like jars of melted wax or anything like that?
There are a few jars of freshly melted wax that they're working with.
I'm going to carefully snag 2 of them.
All right, roll 2 for thief.
Quick question: this is candle wax, right? Not
Oh
honey.
no!
Damn it!
You take a point in Bear.
God damn it!
This
Yeah,
is
you take a point in Bear.
I just like threw them. I didn't roll them. Can I do it again?
No.
you
You rolled 2 6s, girl.
Wow.
You take a point in Bear.
5-1. I'm gonna probably maul everyone with my unhinged personality soon.
You can do a flashback, by the way.
Oh, can I do a flashback, please?
Not right now because you have just spilled wax everywhere. It is all in your fur. It's hot and it hurts.
This is candle wax, right?
Yeah,
Yes!
it's candle wax.
That's gonna sting like a bitch.
Yeah.
Yep, it's all, and it's starting to harden almost instantly in your fur.
What color?
And you have candle wax on your fur. It's just the kind of dull yellow beeswax color. None of the wax had any like coloring in it. And it's all in your fur. It's everywhere. And someone goes, "Oh my gosh, you got beeswax everywhere." Oh, I can clean it up. Just go. Get out of my workshop.
Wow.
And she shoos you
That's a-
immediately. But the panda stays. The panda stays. You didn't spill anything.
I know exactly what I'm gonna do.
What?
I'm gonna rush over to Hall A and I'm gonna find the security guard.
That's pretty rude to
You
someone
hold-
who just got candle wax spilled all over them, though. I mean, she did spill it on herself. That's true, but yeah.
You actually see the security guards are mingled in the main hall, but they're kind of just like looking at the exits, looking at the various booths, talking to some of the booth people. There are only 2 guards, but they're talking to the booth, asking, "Hey, are you doing okay? Do we need to help you with anything?" So they're kind of busy. Do you physically want to go over there in your raging mad bear rage?
Yeah, I go to the nearest security guard and I just kind of tap my foot, waiting for him to stop talking to whoever he's talking to.
Yes, all right. Oh, hello. What can I do for you?
I point to the half-hardened wax, but still melty wax on my arms and start like shaking like in a panic.
Oh gosh, what happened to you, ma'am?
I point to the door.
Oh,
And I make a very upset face.
okay. And he kind of, if you could come with me, we can sort this out.
And I cross my arms and I just shake my head no. And then I do it like hand out front and then little bam like that. And I'm like, I want reparations. I want respect. I'm not gonna say this in the accent because he can't understand me. I want justice. I have been physically harmed.
Ma'am, you're gonna have to tell me what happened, or come with me and we can sort this out, but I can't help you if you don't tell me, or show me what happened. In fact, roll for criminal to see if you can convince this man.
If you can, I want to see like the best
No!
Bear has ever done of this situation. Oh,
No!
Double 6s again?
You! Snowy, you are enraged. You move your final criminal point into Bear.
God damn it!
And you go on a rampage.
Oh my god.
The security guard was luckily next to the empty chairs on the main stage. And you just start pushing the chairs everywhere. And this is very audible. Everyone can hear this. Like that's what you guys can hear all the way from the B room. And the other security guard goes, "Oh my god!" And he kind of rushes over and they try and like calm you down, like, "Ma'am, calm down," because they're underpaid security guards. They're not gonna get hurt for you. So Philip Seymour Hoffman, Bimbo, what do you do?
Well, Philip Seymour Hoffman, for one, starts talking to himself, and he's like, Philip Seymour Hoffman doesn't need this. Philip Seymour Hoffman is way too old to deal with these stupid assholes, you know? I gotta get this job done. These motherfuckers will probably kill us if we don't. So I'm gonna head to Hall A. I don't care about the noise I heard behind me. If, you know, they wanted to do this to themselves. So, you know, let's see how they get along without any muscle or the face of the group. And, yeah, so I just keep walking.
All right, so you go to Hall A?
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you go into the hall, there are 2 doors.
I throw a chair in my rage at Philip Seymour Hoffman, that little asshole.
Roll a d6.
And Bimbo.
Damn it!
You miss by a long shot. You hit the wall.
I'm doing it again.
So
I'm
what?
grabbing another
No,
chair.
no.
No, I'm grabbing another goddamn chair. I threw my dice across the room. I'm grabbing another goddamn chair. Damn it!
You rolled 2 6s in a row. That's all
Give me,
you got.
give me.
Further
I'm not gonna
rage.
roll again. I just want your dice.
Okay.
I'm upset.
Bimbo will take
She
this
misses
time.
you by a long shot. She hits the wall right next to the women's washroom as you're going past that, and right next to the wall on the men's washroom as you pass that. And you go to Hall A, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, as you get to Hall A, you notice there are 2 doors on your left, and then 1 door on your right. And the door on your right, it has, it's not a wooden door like the rest, but it has a metal door, and there's a keypad next to it.
Mm-hmm. Dang it.
And you don't have the hacker with you.
What would you
asshole.
like to do?
I also have very low criminal at the moment.
Well, you could have a flashback if you so choose. You are not too far gone.
Oh man, I should have had a flashback. I'm an idiot.
Alright, I'm gonna have a flashback to when we were driving to the location, and I'm just like clenching the seat in absolute fear of how Bimpo was driving, and you know,
It
I'm a
wasn't that
real
bad.
old dude.
It
You
was on the
know,
wrong side of the road occasionally, but it wasn't that bad.
but Philip Seymour Hoffman is a retired old badger, you know? He is used to going at a slow pace, you know, not driving on the wrong side of the
To
road.
be fair,
You're used to class. You're
to
used
be
to
fair,
class.
Bimpo didn't go very fast. He's also used to going at a slow pace.
I feel as a getaway
That's
driver.
going into a stereotype.
Oh,
You're driving too slow, Bimpo.
no.
You need to drive faster.
You hear your mother yell in the distance.
In the back of your mind, where you
Um,
see your mother was a driver's ed teacher.
She was the baddest bear to ever teach you driver's ed.
By the way, though, while everyone was doing this and when the ruckus happened, Bimpo is gonna try and pocket some candles.
All right, roll for criminal.
How many? How many?
So I get to move a
One.
point now.
3.
Yeah, you pocket. I'd say about 3 candles.
Cool.
So actually, hold on. Let me roll a d4. Actually, no. You just get 1.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm like, no, I should probably roll for it. What were you saying, Philip Seymour Hoffman?
I get to move a point, right?
For doing what?
For the flashback.
Oh, yes, for the
Or
flashback. My
is
bad.
there like more to it? I don't know.
No. You just move a point into criminal.
Okay.
So you're at 3-3, correct?
Yeah.
All right. You've stolen some candles, Bimpo. What are you doing next?
Bimpo is now gonna take a look outside and see what's happening.
You see Snowy just throwing a hissy fit. She is throwing chairs. She is like
a soccer mom demanding to see someone's manager.
Yes.
It's that level of pissed off.
It's that level of pissed off.
pissed off white bear.
Bimpo is gonna just
Good
walk
lord.
in the opposite direction of the room with all the bear people who hunt for bears, and just keep going in the opposite direction. Like, around, of course, the ruckus in the middle of the room then, but, like, he's gonna walk down the hall, walk around the ruckus, and just keep on walking until he feels he's good enough distance away from them.
Where are you walking? Are you? It's just a squared out hall. It's just the rooms, and that's it.
Yeah.
So are you walking into the main hall where?
It leads into
Are you
the
walking
main
to hall?
area, the convention center, right?
Yeah, that's where Snowy is throwing her hissy fit.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk like around that, but continue away from the door of the bear people.
So are you
Bear.
going to Hall A?
Is it opposite?
Yes, you go into Hall B, and there are doors. When you're facing Hall B, it's to the right wall. I can send a picture if you want
Maybe.
of like the main hall. I'll just let you see the picture and see if you understand first.
Okay. I mean, that is a crude representation of what I'm imagining.
Oh, no. Okay, here, let me show you. Help me draw.
In fact, while we do this, though, we can go ahead and take our break, and then we'll figure out all the map stuff. So now would be a good time for the break. Everyone go to the bathroom or do whatever you need to, and we will be back very, very soon, guys. Stay tuned.
Bitch.
I just caught that one. All right, we are back from the break. Hello, thank you for sticking around, anyone. Yes, where we left off, Bimpo is gonna walk then across the hall, or the main area from Hall B to Hall A, and meet up with, well...
So he's calling B to A? It's not as clever, but... It's a more PG version.
It is. Although, to be fair, Halling A is pretty PG too, considering that you don't actually say the word.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, because... Okay, Bimpo might try and help out Snowy.
You're only...
Alright, so first off, what do you do to try and... We'll get to you, Philip Seymour Hoffman, in a second. What do you do to try and get Snowy out of this rage? Because it'll be very hard.
Well, the thing that Bimpo knows that can help any situation is food. So out of his fold pocket, he's going to take out a cake pop, and sort of wave it in front of Snowy. Like, close. He's just gonna walk up, like, just Panda. Have any of you ever seen the Panda Bear videos? No? Oh my gosh. It is the funniest thing ever. Look up after this Panda Bear, or maybe I'll put a video at the very end of this, I don't know. But he just walks over, sort of slouching, but then shuffling his feet. He walks over very nonchalant, and he, like, this is no big deal for him, and he holds out a cake pop right by Snowy's face.
Do you eat the cake pop?
Yes.
It doesn't really look like it helps. It actually kind of makes it...
Yeah, it makes her
a little bit more bare. Yeah.
It makes me more sad because it reminds me I got my heart broken at the start of it.
Oh.
Yeah, she did get her heart broken by Bo the Baker.
In Russia, heart does not break. Yes, it does. She throws a chair just straight up in the air.
It clashes right next to you, and you just keep throwing a fit.
Bimpo composing himself, just looking up at the chair with one arm on her shoulder, one arm at his side. He watches the chair as it flies up, and he takes the other arm in hand, and he just smacks Snowy across the face.
Roll for bear.
6.
You miss, and you kind of bump into her instead. And yeah, you take a point in bear because you're just not doing too hot and trying to convince her.
Okay, I take a point in bear. So I'm still thinking here of ways to do it. And in order to think, I'm going to flash back.
Are you going to try and get Snowy to remember a flashback?
Oh yeah, if I certainly if I can.
I will allow it.
Okay.
But I'm going to need you to roll for criminal to see if you can get her to think of the flashback to try and calm her down.
2.
Yeah, you go to Snowy and you say, "Hey, remember that time?" And what are you remembering?
I go, Snowy, Snowy, remember the time where we first met? And it was.
At
It
the,
was
at the restaurant, not 2
was
hours
it at the restaurant?
before. You
Was
had never
it?
met each other before. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You were remembering the very first part of this campaign. Or this one shot.
And we both sort of just flash back and like look off into the sky and distance, and Bimpo and both Snowy and Bimpo, I'm guessing, start to think
You also
of-
remember what Charlie the Chopper will do
Yeah.
to you if you don't pull through.
Well, yeah, just the con times and stuff like that.
Yep. Alright, I will allow you to move a point from bear to criminal. Snowy, you're on thin ice.
Okay.
I did not intend for that, but I'll take it.
You know I love bad puns.
And as you start to calm down a little bit, the security officer goes, "Okay, ma'am." And he kind of looks around and he sees that there aren't really many people at HoneyCon. It's not a very big convention. And he goes, "If you have another outburst, we'll have to kick you out." Okay. And he kind of just like walks off to another part of the main hall to talk to anybody other than you. And just kind of the other security guard goes, "Ugh," and he starts putting chairs back up. And he's like, he's too damn lenient on these people. Ugh.
Snowy's gonna try and she's gonna try and like put some of the chairs back in place too because she feels bad. We're all criminal.
Bimpo will continue to shuffle his feet and
I'll
start
count
moving toward Hall B.
Thank you.
Yeah, you put a few chairs up. Are you're heading towards Hall A?
Or yeah, A. Bimpo will continue just
Alright.
to slide and shuffle his feet with his shoulders slouched toward Hall A.
Hey, you got better lighting.
Oh, yeah, is that better?
Yeah, it's much better.
Yeah, I was figuring I'd keep it dark though. I can do that, but I'm mainly looking for a die that I dropped.
Oh, I dropped mine recently too when I threw it across the room.
Alright.
It was actually an accident. It wasn't on purpose.
Are you going to go back to the Hall A as well, Snowy?
No, I have a feeling Seymour Hoffman doesn't want to see me right now.
So you're just gonna help keep picking up in the main hall?
Yeah, but you said there was something like in between Hall A and Hall B. There was something against the wall.
It's just the bathrooms. And the two of the 4 emergency exits.
Snowy's gonna go after picking up a couple chairs and straightening up a good row of chairs. She's gonna head over to the women's restroom.
Alright, it's not very big. You're only about 3 stalls.
She's gonna try and get the wax off her fur with some hot water.
Alright. You can do that. Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Mhm.
Bimpo, what are you doing?
Well, I go up to Bimpo, and I'm like, you know how you love to hack stuff? You gotta check out this door. And I bring him to the door.
Bimpo has this. As Bimpo's gonna try and hack it.
Alright, roll 2d6.
Right? A 6 and a 2.
No, you take the lower, so you take the 2, and you successfully hack the door.
Nice.
It is now unlocked.
It's a lot bigger keys.
Yeah, the keys are a lot bigger.
As the door with like expert security for some reason just and slides open this electronic.
Well, no, it's just that you just hear a and the door's unlocked, and you can turn the handle and open it. Alright, you go inside.
Yes, Bimpo goes inside.
I stand off to the side and just peer in as he walks in.
As he walks in, Bimpo says, "Philip, see more inside this room."
Got my name wrong again. And I like slash him on his ass.
Alright, roll for bear. Roll 2 for carnage.
1.
Yeah, you slash his butt.
Nice.
Bimpo, roll for bear to see if you can maintain your cool.
4.
No, you're mad. You don't like being slashed on the butt.
Especially
I
since
say
you just
take a
helped
point.
him.
Yeah, take a point in bear.
That's a really dick thing
Where
to
are
do.
you
The
at
guy
now?
got you in.
I'm at 5-1.
Oh. You got 2 unhinged whippersnappers, Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Well, maybe they should get the name right.
All right, are y'all?
Maybe you
No.
should be less of an asshole.
Are you all? Are
Saying
y'all
the one that
looking-
tried
gonna
getting
turn
us
around. Bimpo's
killed.
gonna turn around, and he's gonna
You
say,
don't know my reasoning.
"Act more professional, Philip."
Oh, and by the way, Bimbo, you also you get to take a point back because you successfully opened the lock. So you are now back at 4-2 again.
See?
Cool.
Because you,
I still said that though.
So you still
well,
get my
obviously
name
because
wrong.
he flashed your butt, and that's not very cool.
Yeah. For calling
Alright.
you Philip.
So, are you going to look around the room?
Yep.
All right. Looking around the room, you see 3 tables. One on the left wall, one on the right wall, and one on the wall across from the door. Which table would you like to look at?
Nearest one.
Well, the one on the right and the one on the left are both equally close.
Bimpo always goes left.
All right. You see 3 different pots, each of them that has a little
Does anything
card.
look like bamboo? Anything at all in the room?
No.
Not even look somewhat like it?
No.
Okay.
It's just 3 tables and then stuff on the tables that does not look like bamboo.
So begrudgingly, he walks up to that table then.
All right. On the left table, you see 3 pots, all with a little card placed in front of them with very similar looking squiggles to 3 of the 4 booths outside of the on the outside tables. One looks like the squiggles that were on the booth of the old couple. One looks like the squiggles on the booth of the big, scary, but kind-hearted Russian baker. And the other one looks like the squiggles on the overly friendly Southern Belles table.
Well, not her. I'm gonna, in fact, I'm gonna try and steal that one.
Well, I mean, there's no one in the room.
There's no one? Okay. I'm gonna
No, there's
try.
no one in the room.
And they're like pots, like, is there a lid on the pot?
Yeah, there's a lid. You can open it up.
I'm gonna open it up, and I'm gonna try my best to take all the votes, or whatever I see in there.
There actually aren't votes. These are pots of honey. This is the prize honey.
I don't know which one's the present.
I can't
All of
eat it,
them
can I? 'Cause
are-
it doesn't look
are the
like
prize
bamboo.
honey?
All of them are the prize honey.
Okay.
I can't
No,
eat it.
as a bear, as a bear, you can still eat honey to get bear points back, but you
I don't
probably
want
shouldn't
to.
since you're close. But yeah, I
So-
think each person can probably carry 1 pot of honey, but there are also other things in the room.
But what about the muscle?
I think the muscle can only carry 2, but you can only carry 1 in your arm comfortably.
Mhm.
As a larger bear, you can carry 2 in 1 arm comfortably,
Oh no.
but you would
Bimpo's
still need
hiding
your
it.
other arm to either like open a door or something like that.
Bimpo is hiding in his fur for sure. He's gonna.
All right, well you can only carry 2.
Yeah, he closes that one, and he's gonna try and hide it in his fur. Just 1 in his fur. That one, the Southern Belles one.
All right, you put it in your fur. You now have say honey pot with a little heart next to it.
Okay.
Are you gonna take a look? Are you gonna Philip Seymour Hoffman? Are you gonna look at a different table or?
Yeah, I want to look at it at the one of the other table.
I join him.
Which table do you look at? There are 2 more. There's the center table and the table on the right.
Go to the one on the right.
All right. On that table, you see 3 different boxes. One of which they all have squiggles on them, but they all actually have like this clear plastic top on them, so you can see what they are
Mhm.
on the packaging. One looks like a package of taffy, the other looks like a beautiful cake, and the other one looks like a box full of beeswax candles.
No interest in those. Alright, I go to the center table.
Alright, in the center table, you see a cage. In this cage, there is a bee. There's a bee with a crown, and there's a bee with a beautiful, beautiful regal cloak. Would you like to take a better look at the bee?
I would.
Is it more than one bee?
Alright,
And
there's
yeah,
just
it
one
does
bee.
poison.
One bee. Alright. I would say roll a criminal check for me.
You've been hit
Just straight
by-
criminal.
You've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Smooth criminal.
It's a
We were actually
4.
talking about this on last night.
Oh, not so smooth criminal.
It looks like a bee.
It was like a bee.
It looks like a royal bee.
It does indeed. And I believe we were looking for a royal bee.
Yep.
Is the cage big enough for me to like lift and carry? Or I mean
It's
small
a
enough?
very, very small
is it?
cage, yeah.
Okay.
It's gotta keep a bee in it.
What I got?
Would anyone else like to take a look at the bee?
Nope.
I'm still in the
Oh,
bathroom.
I mean, you good?
Yeah, she's still getting wads of wax out of her fur.
Alright.
The hot water in the bathroom isn't really working to melt it.
Bimpo
Well-
is occupied though with the box that he thinks more cake pops are in. At the second.
The taffy box.
Is-
the beeswax
the cake
box?
pop. The cake pop one though.
Oh, no, that's just a full cake. It's not cake pops.
Oh my god, is it?
It's just a big cake.
Bimpo's gonna try and sneak that into his folds.
You're trying to sneak a cake, and I will not.
Yep.
No, for this one, I cannot allow you to sneak folds of a cake into your folds. You will get cake everywhere.
Yep.
But you do all realize that you were instructed to bring back all the prizes,
What are all
but
the
you need to be
prizes?
able to get them all out.
We can't even carry all of these. Alright.
Maybe can
At
find
this
something.
point, though,
Who
at
cares?
this point, when realizing this, Bimpo turns around and looks toward Philip Seymour Hoffman with cake all over his fur, trying to stuff a cake into his
Oh.
folds. He looks at him and goes, "I think we need to make multiple trips." Just very serious. With
Is-
cake all over his fur.
Is the cage small enough to where I could like fit it under my hat?
You can fit it under your hat. It's a very small cage.
Cool. I take the cage and put it under my hat and put my hat back on.
It would fit better under a bowler, not a bowler hat. It would fit better under a top hat.
Well, it can fit under a bowler hat.
That's a small cage.
And
So you have two options ahead of you. You can either try and find something to bring everything out in that you can hold. You can put multiple things in,
Mhm.
or you can try and take multiple trips, which might be a little bit risky.
okay.
Can Snowy
Very
do something
bag
really
of
quick?
holding.
Yes, what would Snowy like to do?
Snowy's
And
gonna go to the coat room,
Uh-huh.
and she's gonna, cause she got most of the fur out, but she kind of has little bold splashes now
Oh,
from the wax that she had to mat out. So she's gonna go see if she can find a coat or something, or like, cause she's got a big spot on her tummy, so she's gonna look and see if she can find like a backpack or a purse to kind of cover it up, or a fanny pack or something.
Or a trench
yeah.
A trench coat.
You find
No, she doesn't look good in trench coats.
you
Oh my God,
find a
but
coat your
Bimpo wants
size, and you also find a bag you can use. It's not the biggest bag. It's kind of like just a regular purse.
Okay. Snowy feels a little bit better about herself now, and she's gonna go and try, because she saw before she went to the bathroom, she saw the panda one walking towards the other hallway, so she's gonna kind of sheepishly and nonchalantly walk over there.
You you walk into the hallway and you see a door that's open and two closed doors to your left.
Hmm. I'm gonna use my brains. Because I didn't see them go into a door, and I can only assume that either them or security officers are behind the open door.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna roll my dice and see if I can use my brains in deduction to see which door that the officers would be in, that the security would be in.
Okay.
And a 1.
Okay. On your left, the second door on the left, you recognize some familiar squiggles. They were the same squiggles on the person's name badge that you were talking to earlier before you got really angry.
Mm.
Those are the same squiggles on there.
Mm.
So there's a door on the left, and then there's also a door on the right. One is open, one is not.
I'm going to roll again to see if I can tell anything about the door that's closed.
Closed, all right.
3.
3. You kind of look at it. It doesn't have a lock on it. It has the squiggles, and the first squiggle on the door, you don't really recognize them, but you've seen them in a few buildings you've been in before.
I'm gonna open up that door.
All right, you open up the door, and it is a supply closet. It has a whole bunch of different cleaning supplies in it. It has a broom, a mop and bucket, like the big tub buckets
Mhm.
with the wheels, a bottle of bleach, a bottle of floor wax, and some duct tape.
I'm gonna take the duct tape.
All right.
And then I'm gonna go into the room with the door open, but peek in very sheepishly because not because I am afraid, but because I do not want anyone to see my bald spot.
Oh, you see your two companions, and you guys see Snowy.
Snowy smiles sheepishly, kind of like waving the hand that's in her purse, like hi.
Bimpo very enthusiastically waves back with cake all over his fur.
Panda, you are no longer black and white. You are kind of honey color now. Are you a honey panda? Are you trying to be one of those tiny pandas? You know that honey color does not make red.
Bimpo wanted the cake.
She looks at the table and then at the two other things, and she's gonna roll for brains. The 2. What can I tell about the table?
Oh, you can tell that the tables are the prize tables. They have the prizes that you were looking for, but you also can see that there is no queen bee in the room.
Where is Queen? Also, cake is smooshed. We need to get new cake for prize. Because that is not going to be happy for Grizzly family.
Frosting is a little bit on the fur, but the cake is good.
Yeah, they wouldn't really care. Cake is cake.
And
Good
I
point.
just like go like this with my hat and show her that I have the bee under here, and then like put it back down and wink.
As the brains, roll for brains. That's the queen bee.
Oh, good. That was scary for a second there. I got a 5 and a 6.
We need to take the wax too, right? Is there
Everything.
Yeah, everything.
any candle wax,
The
beeswax?
honey,
Is there
the other
beeswax in
fruit.
here? Or-
Are you going?
Yeah, there was a
and
box of the
beeswax-
beeswax.
Are you? Snowy, are you going to tell them about the supply closet?
Snowy, after having her little tantrum, she's going to say, I apologize for my behavior. I was not expecting to have a spa day with the beeswax. That is normally something I do not do.
It's
However,
good.
I have cleared my head. She kind of gestures to her swaggy new coat. I have this. Hold up the purse. I have this. She takes the duct tape out of her purse. I have this. And across the hall, they have a lot of other very helpful things.
Is there one of the exits near where we are?
If you exit hall A, the nearest exit would be an emergency exit directly to the left.
Okay.
And that would lead to the back loading area.
Okay.
But it would be very close to where you parked in the left lot.
Seeing the prize is really cool.
So it is close to the van.
It's kind of close to the van. You might have to hop a fence.
Okay. Okay.
Seeing the
Or there might be a gate. You don't know. You just know there's a loading area.
Right. Okay.
really quick, Snowy's gonna see the taffy on the table, and even though she knows it's a prize table, she remembers the really nice Russian man telling her that taffy was a prize. So she's going to... It's in a bowl, right?
No, it's in a big box.
She's gonna break open the box.
Uh-huh.
And she's gonna just load taffy into the purse.
Okay, you can fit about half of the taffy into the purse.
While she's doing this, I want to go check in the supply room.
Alright, in the supply room, there are left over a broom, a mop and bucket, and it's the bucket that's like the bigger ones that have the wheels on them, a bottle of bleach, and a bottle of floor wax.
Okay, I take the mop and bucket. Is there any, like, janitor, like, clothing?
Yeah, I would say there's a spare thing of coveralls. It's far too big for you to wear, but there is a spare thing of coveralls.
Well, I grab that and bring it over with me and go back in the other room.
Alrighty.
And while he's doing that, I'm taking strips of tape,
Uh-huh.
and I'm putting the taffy on them, kind of lining it up, and then I'm just taping them inside my coat.
Oh!
So that I got taffy in my purse, and I got taffy on like the whole right side of my coat.
I can say that you can get all the taffy in there.
I use my brains and my thieving skills.
What about some taffy?
What about some taffy? What about some honey candles? What about some now?
Alright. So you're bringing back the mop and bucket and the... do you want to bring the mop and the bucket, or just the bucket? Okay.
No, mop and bucket.
Alright. You brought that back into the room.
And...
Bimpo, what are you doing? Are you helping put candy in folds?
Yep. Any pieces that are remaining or fall to the floor, any small items that then can be carried out, like, easily. And gonna try and carry one box, because I have the jar of honey in one of the folds. I have small bits of candy and just small items. And I'm gonna try and maybe carry, like, the cake. We'll say the cake. That's somewhat smushed.
Yeah, you smushed the cake into your folds, and that's about all you can carry.
Oh, that's it.
So
okay.
So what's left are 2 jars of honey and the box of candles.
And the beeswax.
They're beeswax candles.
Ah.
That's the price.
Just one box of that?
1 box, but it has about like, you know the Roman candles? It has about 4 of those, so it's pretty big.
Okay. I'm gonna try my best to carry with my hands then that.
Well, I would say you would have to hold one of the jars of honey in a hand.
How do you mean?
Because it wouldn't fit in your folds, because it's a jar of honey.
Okay.
It can't bend to your will like cake can.
Yeah. No.
I have a plan before we start shoving more things in your folds.
Okay. I mean, I was really, really anticipating that, but go on. What is your plan?
Okay. So I want to, like, fill whatever I can into this bucket, and I'm gonna throw the, like, coveralls over to Bimpo, and, like, tell him to throw those on, like, put them on.
Okay, I try to maneuver the best I can without anything falling on my folds.
I'm pretty sure you can do it. You are very used to like keeping things in there, just like whenever you need a quick snack.
Yeah.
And you're very lucky because the janitor here is
What?
he's
Plus
a little
sized?
dressy.
Plus sized?
That's
Just say it.
that's
Just say it.
That's the
He's a
that's
big
the
janitor.
non-offensive way of saying it. Yes, I was gonna say obese.
To be
but
fair, too, Bimpo also
he's a
still
panda.
has some of his bamboo in there though, too. So we gotta account for that.
He didn't have too much. I say
Not
you
too
could
much.
do the
That's
cake.
why he kept on looking. He doesn't have very much left.
Yeah, I would definitely say the cake pops and the candy would be, and the cake, it would be all right because the cake can be displaced
Ew.
because you took it out of the box.
Okay, so he's holding in one arm the thing of honey, and then
Yeah. The rest is in his folds, and I say that's about all you can carry.
And he's wearing coveralls.
Okay. Okay,
And now
then
you're
with
wearing
both
coveralls.
arms. With both arms, then he's carrying the jar.
Yeah, because it's a fairly large pot of, like, think of a Winnie the Pooh sized pot of honey. It's about that big. And what were you doing, Philip Seymour Hoffman?
I want to try and fit what I can in the mop bucket.
I say you can fit the remaining stuff in the mock bucket.
All right.
The two honeys and
The two honeys and the candles, yeah.
All right. So I throw that in there, and I turn to the other two, and I say, I'm going to lay over the top of this and look dead. You guys play it off like you're taking care of a dead badger that you found, and walk out the exit right here. All right? Once we're outside, we're going to find a way to the van.
But Philip Seymour Hoffman, you're wearing hat, and you're hiding me in hat. You have
Yeah.
to take hat off, otherwise they think it is dead small child. That is not good.
Then I'll take the hat off, put it underneath me with the bee, and go along with the plan.
Child or badger, death is always bad.
How big is my top hat?
It's pretty tall.
Alright, I'm gonna, instead of his plan, I'm gonna kind of like take off my top hat, put it on the ground. Like, try and hop in top hat. You give me bowler hat, you stay in there with me.
If
That's
we
what you
just
keep
start
them, and they
wheeling
don't look.
around this bucket full of honey and stuff, they're gonna know something's wrong. But if I'm just like a dead badger laying on the top, they're gonna be like, oh, they're taking care of a dead badger. Like,
While they're discussing the plan, I'm totally gonna blank off into space and flash back.
What are you flashing back to?
I am flashing back to when I small child in tiny zoo. To my papa, Bim Ying, who was expert criminal, taught me all that I know and more. And to my grandpapa, Bim Yao, who taught my father everything that he knew. My grandfather.
But what if... Okay. I'm just saying, what event are you flashing back to?
He's flashing back to his childhood.
Yeah.
It has to be a certain criminal event.
Oh,
His father teaching him.
yeah, my father teaching me and me pulling off my very first heist at the Chinese zoo. I steal bamboo from what are they called?
Exhibit?
The caretaker. The
Okay.
caretaker, as he came in to feed Papa, I stole bamboo from his cot.
Okay. Take 1 point in criminal from Bear.
I'm gonna have a flashback really quick too,
All right.
because I'm flashing back to the first time that I disagreed with Philip Seymour Hoffman.
I
So
will
you're-
allow it.
Philip Seymour Hoffman is coming up with this awesome plan, and then me, the two big bears, are just
They're just
staring
going
off
like-
into space. One of them with cake in his folds and a
Having-
jar of honey in his hands, and the other one with a big coat thing over candle-stained fur and patch of missing hair. Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
This is just-
kind of done with today and having had her normal temper tantrum at the sight of incompetency, because they do not see things the way that she does and have yet to ask why she sent them into the room with the bear haters. She's going to look around. Do the tables have tablecloths on them?
No, they're just wooden tables.
Is there anything like around the room besides the tables?
No, just the tables.
Hmm.
It's a very one-purpose room. You kind of gather it's probably just there to keep things safe or to, if there is a ruckus, detain someone.
All right, I look at everything that's still left in the room.
Can the badger fit inside? Can the badger fit inside with the jars of honey and the candles? Or if I took something out, could he fit inside?
I don't want to be
In the mop
inside.
bucket?
I just want to be laying on top of it, like covering
No,
it.
hear me out. Hear me out. Like I said, you don't understand how she thinks.
You don't understand how I think.
No, he would like maybe
I've been
dip
around
in
the
a little
block.
bit, but he'd still be very visible on the top.
But I mean, would he like fit in?
No, he would not be able to like physically go into it. He would be able to like maybe like lay some of his back, and he'd like maybe like divot in a little bit. But other than that, no, he'd be noticeable on the top.
If I put duct tape over him, would he be noticeable?
Yes, he would still be noticeable. There would be a badger-shaped blob of duct tape on a mop bucket.
Damn.
So everyone's still in the room though with all the stuff,
that
right?
hippie guy have any signs?
Everybody's still in the room. All of the signs he had were stuck to his booth.
Did he have like any pamphlets?
He did have pamphlets, the paper, yeah.
I'm gonna go out
You trying to get his numbers?
to the.
Number?
I'm gonna quick go out to the bee guy if he's still ranting or raving.
Save the bees, man! Save the bees! Take a pamphlet! Support the cause! Support the cause, man!
I reach my hand out. In one hand, I do like a little bear peace sign with my paws, and I like hand out like kind of go like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, save the bees, man! He hands you one flyer.
When Snowy leaves, I don't know if that's it for us, like, heading out. So I look at her leaving through the doorway, and I look at Philip Seymour Hoffman, and I go, is it time? Are we leaving? Do we have all the bare necessities?
Is there anything I can give this guy to give me more pamphlets? If I hold the flyer out, and then I do kind of like a passing out motion, and then I point to me.
Roll criminal.
You've been
No, he's just ranting. Save the bees! He's kind of like just giving pamphlets to every other person he can.
I'm rolling for a thief. I'm gonna steal his shit.
Okay. No,
Damn it.
you just can't like grab. You just can't find a moment to grab onto the papers.
How big is this piece of paper?
It's a standard size of paper. It's like about the size of this notebook paper.
Can it fit over the top of a mop bucket?
No, it's too small.
Damn it.
Bimpo begins to initiate the plan then, even though he doesn't really know it, but he also leaves and walks out the room and sort of catches up.
Do you have the mop bucket, or is it still back there?
It's still back there. Bimpo's just carrying the honey and walking around.
You did not
Is there
initiate
any-
the plan.
Is there
Bimpo, I
any
said, doesn't
like
know the
writing
plan.
utensils nearby?
Also, your
Is what?
cat is
Like any
looking out the
writing
window as
utensils
he told
nearby?
us
No. It's just his booth pretty much consists of propaganda flyers and just pieces of paper saying "Save the Bees."
I mean, just in general around.
I mean, you'd have to ask someone, but that might not go well.
I'm gonna go to the friendly taffy lady.
Hello, man. Would you like some taffy?
I'm gonna hold up the flyer and then do like a little writing motion and then kind of gesture towards her in a shrug, like, do you have it? Like, if something I can write
Oh,
down.
do you want the address to my shop?
I nod, like, slowly.
Oh, yes. Here, hand me the paper.
And I go, I do like a no, and like, I'll write it down.
Oh, but my handwriting is so clean, sweetheart.
I point to her, and then the paper, and then her writing down, and then I go point to me, and then I want to give my information to her, like kind of gesture, like I also want to give my information to her.
Oh, you want... Oh, all right, sweetheart. Here, and she hands you a pen.
All right, I'm gonna use my brains.
Yeah, with the one? Yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna write. I'm assuming like the backside of the propaganda flyer is blank because he's
Yeah,
a lazy,
it is.
He's a lazy hippie. So I'm gonna write on the back of the flyer.
It's a bright blue flyer, by the way.
I'm gonna write on the back of the flyer. Animal control cleanup. And
you would know the squiggles for that.
I know the squiggles for that. And I'm very familiar. I was a part of a animal control job at one point. We control the other animals. There was miss. But basically, I'm gonna write that down. I thank the lady.
Baba, sweetheart. And she's like, oh, okay.
I do like a little shrug, like, what you gonna do? So it makes more sense when we have a dead fucking badger rolling past people. And especially considering she's one of the closer boos. And I'm gonna go back to the room. I see the panda trying to, like, make his leave and stuff like that. And I go, no, panda. I have helpful plan. And I kind of scooch by him, and I'm like, Philip Seymour Hoffman, I have no disguise for you. And then I kind of dip my paw a little bit in the honey, and I dip a little bit on the back of the flyer, and then I smack it to his back. Now when they see dead badger, they don't think, oh, I need to get security. I do not know why there is dead badger here.
But
Now you have squiggles that will keep you safe.
But why would the flyer be on my back?
Because you're going to be laying on top of honey. Yes.
Yeah, but like, if you had a flyer saying that you were taking care of animals, why would you put it on the animal?
Because no one wants to see that animal at honey convention, except for people in back room who are very disagreeable.
Which is why they would want us to hurry up and get out of here.
Exactly. If we put a flyer on top of you, that is extra disguise, so they don't see you moving as much when you try to old man breathe.
I'm very good at not moving.
You are not possum. You are badger. Know your species.
I'm a very old badger. All we
And
do
old
is sleep.
badgers move a lot more than regular badgers do when they're all
Listen.
curmudgeonly and lying down.
You're the polar bear, I'm the badger, I know how badgers work.
My best friend is badger. He is older than you.
Then he's gotta be dead, because we only live to 24.
He's 23 and 3/4.
Mhm.
He's on brink of death. He moves just as much as you. Which is a lot, considering he's a dead man.
Oh shit.
Alright, so are y'all gonna execute the plan?
Sure.
Alright. I need...
Oh no. Oh, that's not good. Oh, what? My toes have turned purple.
Oh, that's not good. I need all of you to roll criminal. That's a 2,
Two,
alright.
thank God.
3.
Also
3 out of what?
1
What are your
D6.
criminal scores?
Oh, 3 out of 3.
Alright, what was your criminal score?
3, and I have 3 again too, so.
Alright, you all make it towards the emergency exit door without people noticing. Do you open the door?
Do we have everything? Bimpo, ask again as we go. Do we have all the bare necessities?
Let's see. Davey. She hits her chest. Which was not a good idea. Then she also goes, Davey. She holds out purse.
We're missing one of the jars of honey and the beeswax, aren't we?
No,
those are all in
That's
the
all in the bucket.
It is in bucket.
Okay, gotcha.
With dead badger. She kind of looks around knowing no one can understand her, but she's like, I'm emphasizing the point that he's dead. I point to the squiggles.
We can keep going.
Alright, do you open the door?
Hold on. Can I tell if the alarm will go off when we open it?
With the 4, no.
Damn it.
So real quick, Philip
Never
Seymour
mind.
Hoffman is also lying on the candles.
Yep, he is lying on the honey and candles in the bucket.
As you're trying to open up the door, Bimbo looks at Philip Seymour Hoffman and says, "Philip, while you're in there, mind your beeswax."
And you can't say nothing because you're dead.
That's true. That is true.
I just,
He's
in my
like-
head,
Mind your B's and Q's.
just in my head, I make a mental note of that. And I'm like, you just wait until this job is done. To myself.
All right, so do you guys open the door?
Yes,
Uh,
you open the door.
The squiggles,
All right,
the
you
bright
open
red
the door.
squiggles scare me though.
You open the door, and no alarms sound out for. Oh gosh.
Alarm sounds out.
Sorry, that's
John Cena,
my
are
critical
you sure
alarm.
about
Oh,
that?
shoot.
Are you
I'm sorry, that's my critical role alarm.
Oh god.
No alarms sound.
Do they though?
Because this is a really, really run down convention center, and the exits open, but they don't have an alarm, which is probably a fire code hazard. But you can get out, and the back lot is the back loading dock is just an extension of the parking lot, and you can easily get to your car from there.
All right, I guess.
And hold on one second.
And take place of driver.
I help load up the mop bucket into the van,
All right.
and
I take out all...
I take off my taffy coat and I lay it next to the mop bucket, and I put my purse next to the bucket, and I just kind of hope that they don't see my bald spots, and I get into my seat silently.
Roll criminal, both of you, for perception. No, not you.
Oh, never mind.
See, you see the bald spots.
Info
Yeah, roll criminal.
2.
3.
You
Damn it.
both see her bald spots.
The reason
I
why
feel
she
like-
was covering up her bald spot, she has a very regretful tattoo.
Underneath
back
it,
when
it
she,
says what?
A regrettable tattoo.
She kind of at one point had an affair with a red panda who was a part of the Yakuza.
All right.
And then she
You-
found out he wasn't actually a bear.
All right. Okay. Bimbo, I need you to make a drive check to get back to the hideout. Or the restaurant.
Oh, drive back. 2.
Did you roll twice?
No, just 1.
Yeah.
2. 2.
Okay.
Out 3 for
So you make it back to the restaurant, no problem. And you come in with your findings. I see you back. You got everything?
Bimpo sets down one of the big jars of honey and starts to scrape out bits of cake.
Marty, get a plate for the cake.
Then
Are
he
you
starts to
broke
lick his
Tiffy?
paws.
I
So-
brought taffy and mop bucket filled with other goods, including dead badger and bee.
Whoa, dead badger, did you kill Seymour Hoffman? Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Hold on one
Does
moment.
he shoot up in
She
anger
kind
when
of
he hears
lifts the
this?
paper off of
I do.
Seymour, of Seymour Hoffman. She kind of lifts the paper off his back and says, "You cannot see, but I am Prince. And this was his disguise of being dead."
You are correct. We cannot see that.
I am your Jesus. He's alive now. Boom.
Well, I feel like I sprung up when I heard the Seymour Hoffman,
Seymour.
Seymour Hoffman.
but then you
I'm
quickly
so
fixed
sorry.
it.
I'm
It's-
so sorry.
You
Philip
know
Seymour
what?
Hoffman, I respect you. I respect all you do. I respect you coming out here, but I need to see that all the goods are here, because I know you deliver. You deliver. I just need to see if all the goods are here.
Well, I like bow and take off my hat at the same time and show that the bee is in my hat and hand it over.
I look at the cage. Charlie looks and lifts up the cage and takes a look and like,
Yep.
are
Yep.
you guys fucking with me?
What do you mean it's a bee in there?
Hold on.
Sure, roll brains.
Are you fucking kidding me?
With a 6 and a 1, because you saved your butt, because your brains, you noticed something that you glaringly obvious you should have noticed.
Well, I only saw a
When you
glimpse of
look-
the bee.
when
Like,
you
I only
looked at
saw
the
a
bee.
glimpse of the bee
It's a male.
at the
isn't
first
it?
time.
No, you realize there's a little wind-up on the bee, and it was never moving. This is a fake. You brought, Charlie, a fake queen bee.
Yes, it is the perfect decoy for the colony. You convince them that it is the queen, and then they make the honey.
No, that's not how it works.
They keep on working.
were
to
supposed
gain
to bring
favor, but
me
they never will
a
because
fucking queen
secret.
bee.
It is fake bee.
No, the Grizzoli family wanted the queen bee. You brought me a fake. Do you know?
This is future.
Do you know
queen
how
bee.
bad this is?
Future queen bee for all the colonies.
Yeah, this bee can't reproduce, moron.
It does not.
There is
need
no
to
future
reproduce.
for
It needs to
colonies.
Make honey. Make honey.
Yeah, but their lifespan ain't that long.
Hey, fucking Philip Seymour Hoffman, you wanna own up to this smartass?
I was under the
Old
impression
ages fixing
that
things.
this was the bee. It is my fault.
Was this the only bee there?
It was the only bee that we saw there. It was behind a locked door. No other door was locked.
We cleared out the whole room.
We did.
Wait a minute. Who was the person running this thing?
Some guy
I
named
just had a
Sid.
bit of an epiphany.
Mr. Philip Seymour Hoffman was the one calling all the shots.
No. Who was
No,
running
Sid.
Honeycon?
Sid.
I never
guy's
even
name was
That
Sid.
would be
I have
sheepish,
not
man.
met a Sid. You try and blame someone else. That is dishonorable. I have no knowledge of a Sid.
He was very shaky man.
What was his last name?
Sid Moore Hoffman.
Can I kill him now that the job is done?
Not until I get an answer.
Philip Seymour Hoffman, I think heart attack might do that for you, honey.
All I know is the guy's name was Sid. I don't recall the last name. He said he was taking over for his sister.
Do I know her name? I can't remember.
Yeah, his name was Sid Larton.
It was a
Out
Mr.
of character.
Lawton.
Who is this person? I've never heard of this before.
Right
He was
now?
one that announced stuff, and he
gave
also
the
read the
job.
sign for me.
Oh yeah, Sid Larton was the new owner of Honeycon.
He was taking over for his sister, and he was
Oh,
the
yeah.
very
The-
skittish, sheepish
gotcha.
man who read the sign and stuff
yeah,
like
I
that.
never wrote down his name. I apologize. Gotcha.
No, that's
It's
alright.
good.
Latin. Sid Latin?
Duh.
Now it all makes fucking sense. We got our intel. He was working with the Irish.
Oh my!
Of course!
What a
Motherfucking
Fucking
pig!
Irish.
What a pig! That pig Latin.
The Irish must have the queen bee. Damn it!
I'm cracking up at
Which
my own
family?
joke.
Which family was the Irish?
Latin runs with the O'Haras.
Oh. It could have been the O'Hanigans.
No, O'Hara's. They mostly are comprised of grizzlies such as myself, but they're all uncultured. All of them. They all drink, and it's disgusting. They drink all day, and they just eat honey all day. Lazy.
Said the bear clearly from Jersey.
It's a part of the esteemed Grizzoli family.
What would you like us to do about that?
Well, you got everything that you had to get. Besides the bee, which was important, but we'll just have to muscle him from the Irish. But as I can tell, if you couldn't tell a fake bee from a real one, you're all fucking incompetent, so you're done. Have a good life.
I flip the flyer over really quick and I hand to him like, I did get some intel about the people who like to help bees. If you maybe give this information or try to get in contact, have human contact human, and tell them about the uncultured Irish swine, then you might be able to get bee back, or at least make ruckus with hippies to get bee.
Yeah, we do have a few people on the inside of the human community. I'll look into that. But other than this, which was out of your control, you did good.
We have
As a thank you, I say you all can have the taffy. As a reward, split 3 ways.
I take the purse full of taffy and I just take like a couple pieces out to even it out. I'd like to keep back.
Alright.
I got it fair and square.
I
He
take my
points
taffy.
at Philip Seymour Hoffman. You! I don't want to see you again, mostly because I like you, and you just need to be staying retired. He points
This
at
is
Bimbo.
true.
You! I don't want to see you again, because, quite frankly, your driving scares the shit out of me, and you're also very annoying. And then he points at Snowy. And you! You're kind of helpful. I might want to see you again, but under better circumstances. If you ever need a job, give us a call. But you better not be in no trouble first. Because if you're in trouble, we don't want nothing to do with you.
I don't do trouble.
I find that hard to believe. All right, everybody, out of my restaurant.
Snowy swings her purse across her shoulder and just sachets out of the restaurant.
As soon as we get outside, I take my taffy, I throw it in Bimpo's face, and I just unleash carnage on this guy. For
I just walk
constantly
past. I have nothing
name
to do
wrong.
with people anymore.
Bimpo
Both of you
sits
roll
on
bear.
him. Bimpo sits on him.
Bimbo, roll 1 die for bear. Philip Seymour Hoffman, roll 2 die.
Which I would
Whoa.
like to point out, how is
Alright.
he the muscle when he's a little honey badger?
Because he also has carnage.
Yes.
Oh shit, rolled up. 1.
First was a 4, second was a 1.
He sits, he's able to sit on you, but you are just like scratching at his ass. Like you are just like blood is starting to come forward.
Yep, Bimpo
Is there any way
continued
for me to
sit
try and
until
steal
he's
their taffy while they're
suffocated.
fighting?
Yes, you can roll the steal their taffy.
Bimpo continues to sit.
I-
With the 2, yeah, you can steal at least a third of each of their taffies.
I want
And
to
get the
carve
pieces
my
off the
full
floor as
name
well
in
as
his
get them
ass.
out of the
Real
folds.
quick, I never took
Pardon?
any taffy.
No, you were given taffy.
You were given taffy.
I didn't
It was
take
split 3 ways.
Yeah, I didn't take any.
It was just given.
But just given to you.
I left it behind them.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah.
then you only steal some of Philip Seymour Hoffman's
Yeah,
taffy.
I nonchalantly pick up all the pieces he threw on the ground, and I just put it in my purse gingerly, and then I just like walk off.
Well, I'm carving my entire name into his ass. And he will always remember my name.
That's why you picked the long name. You wanted to do that, didn't you?
It will scar into your name.
Yes, it will.
I did
And with
not-
that-
Oh,
Alright, and with that,
his name
the
was
screen
carved in
fades.
there, and that's the only way they remained immortal because he died.
He
I
died a
just
year
kept
later.
sitting.
Rest in peace.
I just kept sitting.
And with her walking away, and you sitting on him while he tears up your bottom with his claws, it fades to black, and the credits roll. You have successfully completed a honey heist.
Yay!
That was an interesting one.
I hope it was okay.
I didn't ingest any honey this entire time.
It was great.
What a ripoff!
So what was the obsession anyway with the whole Philip Seymour Hoffman?
It was just a character choice I made. I thought it would be fun. And
It was very fun.
Yeah.
my original thought was I would make him have like a split personality disorder, and I was gonna do several different voices, each one being Philip Seymour or Hoffman. And but then I decided, depending on what my role was, you know what I mean? Like, because if I was the face, I couldn't be this guy that just jumped around to different personalities. That wouldn't make sense,
That would have been
Yeah.
interesting if you were Philip Seymour and Hoffman.
right?
I didn't have any character behind mine. I was like, this is cool. I want a hat. And then she told me I had to wait until we started to get a hat. And I'm like, oh, man.
Yeah. I didn't really want to seem like I was kind of railroading with the whole mop bucket thing, but I'm thinking you couldn't carry all of that out by yourselves, and I put the mop bucket there for a reason.
Well, my first thought was pulling the van up right next to that exit and then just carrying stuff out.
You could have done that, but you would have had to roll criminal checks to try and sneak by,
Right.
because your bears and kind of bulky.
The sign worked. I'm just going to say that now. It didn't work in the way I wanted it to, but it kind of worked in the end.
Well, the dead badger idea worked. I mean,
Yeah, it did work. Well, I just rolled. I rolled a d6, and 1 through 3 was people did not notice you, and then 4 through 6 was people did notice you, and no one noticed you. But each trip I would have rolled each time you took the trip, so it was good that you took the mop bucket.
Do you want to know the reasoning behind why she sent y'all to the death room?
to be a dick.
No. She was figuring since one of them was the muscle in the face and not technically a bear, and it was a bear-hating group. They didn't specifically say anything about badgers or honey badgers. I thought that you would be okay and a good enough distraction.
What about Bimpo? He's
want
the
you to go
bear
in.
and not the face.
Yeah, and he was the one that opened the door.
Yeah. Poor Bimpo.
I wasn't expecting Bimpo to go in. I wasn't trying to convince him. I was trying to convince Philip Seymour Hoffman, who seems like
Bimpo
he
was the
doesn't
one
take
who
shit
brought-
from anyone.
Who thought it was that one in the first place? Then you're like, yep, it's definitely that one. Why wouldn't he?
She's unhinged. What do you
I
expect?
do have a question. Are we still streaming?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, we're having the brainstorming session about the bears.
Yep.
Well, I think it is about time to wrap this up.
Yep.
No,
That's that is where
not
we're
until
gonna
we
go
address
ahead
the
and end
panda
this
shirt.
one.
Don't think you would go unnoticed with your stupid panda shirt,
I
being a
love
panda and all.
I love this thing.
It's
not-
so cute. It's like a little assassin.
It was like from a loot crate or something like that. And there's like a panda,
Aw.
and then down here is like a pirate fox or something like that.
Oh my god, I
That's
love that
so
shirt.
cute.
Yeah. And he's like climbing up the stuff. And then I also wore this hoodie because it's red and whoa, Jesus. What's black
Ah,
and
I
white
got
and red
that
all
into
over?
your head.
Bimpo's ass. All right.
Mhm.
That's gonna be where we end this one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to check out more, stay tuned for future Thursdays where we do one-shots, other games like Cards Against Humanity, Jackbox games, all sorts of fun things like that. We will keep you up to date on that, and be sure to check out our Monday night live stream every Monday, 6 to 9-ish p.m. Central Standard Time, for live Dungeons and Dragons in our homebrew game of Valkyrie. But in the meantime, thank you again for watching this. You can check out our Twitch to find these live uploads every Monday, like I said, and Thursdays at www.twitch.tv/TheMajesticGamin, G-A-M-I-N, no G, as well as the YouTube, which you can find by searching just The Majestic, all one word, no space, and it is the very first channel to show up. Thanks again for watching, and say goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye.